Hey, did you guys see Joe Biden won South Carolina?
Who cares?
Who?
Welcome to Guys Talking Fights, GTF podcast, episode number 25.
Where we don't talk about politics at all.
Ever.
Joe Biden won South Carolina.
Whee!
Yeah, I'm just kidding. That was a joke because you're absolutely right, gentlemen. We don't do politics because we've done it once before and we ended up
Hating each other?
maybe talking for like an hour and a half. The podcast was so dull because we were just mentally drained from talking politics for an hour and a half. So now it is off limits in this
Yes,
room.
sir.
Thank you. Appreciate
Sean
that.
Brady.
Sean Brady.
Sean Brady. Dude, all right. So, yeah, fights this weekend. Sean Brady, he impressed me, I think, the most out of almost any fighter on this card.
He had a cool tattoo.
He had a really cool tattoo. That's not what impressed me, though. His stand-up was phenomenal. His wrestling was phenomenal. He got the win over the guy that he fought. And who did he fight?
Ismail Nardiev.
Nardiev. Yeah.
He also came back from, I think, losing the first round and then just dominated.
Yeah, I could say you could argue that he might have lost the first round, or at least it was a really close first round.
Well, I
He
think
might have
all the
lost it.
judges gave it a 29-28.
29-28.
Two of the
that
judges
was-
gave it 29-28. One judge gave it 30-27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it was a close first round, but yeah, arguably he could have lost that first round
Yeah.
for sure.
And then he came back.
Yeah,
and looked
came
great.
back and dominated round 2 and 3 in spectacular fashion. His striking, his wrestling, it looked great. And then, yeah, that tattoo. What's that tattoo of? The
It's
red
a Japanese death mask.
Japanese death mask.
Yeah.
Looks like the devil almost.
It was
sweet
Full
very
back
cool.
piece.
Got a sweet-ass looking.
Was sweet.
Can I just say before we get too far into these, this was one of my favorite cards of the entire year.
It was
Surprising.
So far this
It
year.
was good.
I know we haven't had a ton with maybe 5? 4 or
I
5,
mean, we've had
something like
actually
that.
one
5,
one
6.
per week for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
5, 6.
we've been spoiled.
But January 18th was the first one.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
That is correct.
Yeah, 6 or 7 cards so far this year. This is like my favorite one so far. For just being
But
like a
going in-
random card, sort of.
You guys wouldn't go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I know we should. This would have been good.
Too far.
No. You
pretty
know how
far.
pissed I would have been, though, if we would have gone and then Figueiredo didn't make weight? I would have been like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I know. Right?
It would have been so maddening.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If you didn't already know.
I
Going
already know. Figueiredo fought for the title, 125
Sort
pounds,
of.
and missed weight by 2.5 pounds. So
And
he
he
won the
doesn't
fight,
get a title.
and he's not the champion anymore.
And
Going-
like that, we went from talking about the first fight on the prelims to the very last fight on the main card.
going into this fight,
Just skipped over everything else.
Nothing else happened. There were no other fights.
Fuck Luis Pena. Fuck you, Brendan Allen. We don't care about you.
Alpha Ginger.
Megan Anderson. Whatever. Felicia Spencer. Whatever. Ian Kutalaba. Gross.
Will, going into this card, were you excited about this card? Because you said it was your favorite card.
I was looking forward to watching certain fighters, but
Wanted to see Luis Pena. Wanted to see the two girls in the main event. For the main card.
yep.
Megan Anderson and Felicia Spencer.
Yep. Exactly what Zach just
I
said,
own
pretty much.
Kutalaba. I was excited for that fight.
Kutalaba I was looking
which
forward to.
Killed.
Yeah, there's like a few fighters I was looking forward to watching,
That fucking
but
sucked.
like across the board, it was great. Like Spike Carlisle, out of nowhere, like had no idea who he was,
Ginger.
didn't even think about that fight whatsoever. Yeah, the Alpha Ginger, sweet ass nickname. First round knockout. The dude looked phenomenal, and he's insane. The dude's crazy.
Yes.
Did you know they found him outside the UFC PI, like naked, like soaking up the sun, like nude? And the security was like, "Whoa,
That's
hey,
dangerous
you
for a
can't
ginger too, man.
Do
Like,
that."
It's real easy to get
Apparently.
burned when you're that.
I guess he had like a
fair-skinned.
towel on or something, but I guess he like took the towel off
Just
and
put
he
a
was
sock
like,
on his dick.
just letting everything hang out, just put with the
Some
towel
red
like
hot
up
chili
around
pepper
him. And,
shit.
what?
And somebody
Some
was
red
like,
hot chili pepper shit.
Yeah.
and somebody was like, you gave us the Diego Sanchez vibe. You can come fight.
Oh no. Oh, the
Did
guru.
we mention that one in the last?
The guru.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we
Him and his
did?
creepy
Yeah, you
guru.
mean
Oh, yeah, you
Because
guys.
he's a
Pornhub reference.
bitch.
Yeah, you.
I forgot you called for his head.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Fire him.
Fire him. Moving on is Spike Carlisle
Yeah,
and
Spike
Alon
Carlisle.
Cruz.
Yeah, that fight, like I just mentioned, that was fantastic. Spike Carlisle, good for him, man. I think
What was
he's
that?
if he can fight again somewhat soon and has a good fight, I think he's gonna slowly start making a name for himself.
He
would think
probably didn't take any damage. It was only a minute
No,
and 25-second fight.
Yeah,
So
if he doesn't
Hopefully
step in the next month or 2 months, I would think we'd see him sometime in the summer.
And he's a featherweight, and that division's fairly open for
Crowded.
him to. I think fairly open for him to grow. I was like feel the exact opposite.
I think he can jump to the top 10 within this year.
Yeah.
Should ask Ryan Hall about that.
Yeah. Once you get up in like the top like 6, very crowded, 7, 6, 7.
Oh,
but
dude,
like
that whole division is
up
crowded.
until that, yeah, well, maybe I'd have to take a better look at it. You might be right. But yeah, that's that.
After that, we had featherweight fight Jordan Griffin versus T.J. Brown.
Peter Griffin.
Guillotine
Peter.
choke. Second round.
Peter.
That was decent, actually.
Was that the one where you said they called it,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
Bisbing was like, "Oh, what are they doing?" And then like when he got off him, the guy was just laying there. Just fucking out cold.
TJ got choked unconscious while he was on top of Jordan, and the ref like pushed him off, and the commentators thought it was being stopped prematurely, but the guy was completely unconscious and just rolled right off the top of him.
Yeah.
Speaking of premature stoppages,
Oh, if you're gonna skip all that way to.
I'm just saying, it's a good segue, man.
It was.
It's a good ass segue.
The funny thing is that as soon as Ion Cutelaba started with the dipping his head around and shit, when he first did it, I was like, oh shit, he got caught. And then when he like stood right back up, fought him for a second, and then without getting hit, started doing it again, that was when I was like, oh, that's a fucking like move.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking with him. Like
Yeah.
he's doing
Playing
that
possum,
on
right?
purpose.
He's trying to get
And then-
Ankalaev to come in.
You thought he got caught one more time. There was like a spot where Ankalaev threw something, and it was close enough to his face where when he backed off and started doing it again, that's when the ref jumped in and stopped it. But
Well,
it was...
He stopped it after he threw like a giant fucking right hook.
In the middle of a punch.
It made
Yeah,
no
so
sense.
threw the punch, and as he was finishing the punch, the ref was like on his way in and stopped it. It was a
The
terrible
only thing
stop.
is that if you're as Cutelaba going to do something like that, I feel like your team has to alert the ref that you're going to do something like that.
I'm sure he didn't think about it before the round. I think he like
I think
he
that
got
was something
caught,
that
and
they
I think
were practicing. I think he said that.
did he say that?
Yeah, he said that was something they were going to do.
Really?
Was fake it and wobble a little bit on your own to
I
try
didn't
and
know that.
draw him in.
And then
His
counterpunch him
reach
when he's coming
advantage
in.
was not like he had a pretty good reach disadvantage, I think, on Ankalaev.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, makes
So
sense.
I think he was giving up like 4 or 5 inches where
okay.
he knew he was going to have to get in to fight him.
I guess tell the ref, but like then if he was actually really hurt,
I know it's
the
a
ref,
catch-22,
you can't really.
but at the same time, like
Just
I get him
a-
being pissed when the ref jumps in.
A professional ref should be able to tell the difference of a guy
hope
who's
so.
really hurt, who's on his feet. His legs were not wobbly. He was just doing a thing with his head, trying to get Ankalaev to come in on him. His legs were not wobbling. He wasn't falling over. He blocked like 3 head kicks in a row, and he was still throwing punches.
Yeah, he blocked all the kicks.
Yeah.
So for me, that whole weird thing actually started at the announcements as Bruce Buffer was announcing them.
When he
Yeah.
walked straight across the
Yes.
cage and the other
Nobody
dude's corner.
stopped him.
Yeah, you have security guards, and they're announcing it, Ion Cutelaba, and he's like, he walks over, you know how they sometimes walk in the middle and they do the cutting throat thing and all that bullshit.
Yeah, they
but he
point
walked
down or
right
some shit.
up to Ankalev's
Ankalaev.
face
Yeah.
and did it, and Ankalaev just grabbed him and was just like, get the
Double
fuck out of here.
underhooks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he got
double
the
underhooked him and
underhooks
just
Up
threw him to
against
the
the
side.
cage.
And it's like, the security guards are just like watching. Bruce Buffer was laughing. But
I know.
but I feel like that could have thrown like a little bit of like a wrench in the works for the ref, because the ref is like, oh shit, these guys are like, they're about to kill each other or something. So like I feel like that kind of
Maybe.
threw the ref off a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
I've seen that ref before. He doesn't suck.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
I've seen before, too.
It's
Yeah, it was Kevin McDonald.
Kevin
that's
McDonald.
what
Kevin McDonald, yeah.
It was Kevin McDonald, and like he's usually a pretty good ref.
Yeah.
And the thing was like,
Doesn't he kind of look like Nick from work?
which Nick? Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it.
Nick.
The one that was working with Megan today.
No.
Oh,
M.
oh, the old
Nick.
one, the bald one with the beard, the one that's been there for 25 years.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
Okay, whatever. So, So so like he would wobble, but then when he would throw a haymaker, like his eyes just like sharpened right up. Like you could tell he wasn't hurt. And then after the punch, he would go back to the wobble thing. So the ref should have recognized that. Like, okay, he's actually okay.
Fucking refs. Ruining everything.
So that was a fuck up.
It was a fuck up. Bad call. Really bad call.
And then, so, like, after, like, you know how after the fight they go up, they, like, announce the winner and everything. Kutalaba went up to Ankalaev and, like, shook his hand and everything, and he's, like, trying to explain. He's like, oh, I was good. Like, he's pointing at his jaw, and Ankalaev's, like, shaking his head like, you were out. And so...
I don't think Ankalaev understood a word he was saying.
Oh,
he doesn't speak English.
Oh, okay. Because
I
Kutalaba...
don't think either of them speak English.
Either one of them, no. I think you're
One is
exactly right.
Polish and the other is Russian, so...
Yeah.
Well, Kutalaba, like, rolled his eyes. He's like, well, what the fuck? Like, he did one of those. So, no.
Yeah.
Just to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, the other one I got
If I was Ankalaev, I wouldn't take a rematch. I'd be like, no, I just fucking won.
He didn't win.
No.
They're not going to make a
take
rematch.
It's
They
not a
just
bad-
won't.
It's not a bad
I think-
idea.
It's not like it was an eye
don't
poke
think
with
they'd
Yair
rematch
and
that?
Stevens. So.
I don't
No,
think
they
if I
won't.
was Ankalaev, I would take it. I'd be like,
know,
no, I'm
man.
trying to move on up.
But he didn't beat him.
You know how many
He
controversial
won the fight. He
stoppages
didn't
there
beat
are?
him.
How many controversial stoppages? Like Ben Askren and Robbie Lawler. They wanted to run that one back, and it just didn't happen.
No.
That's true.
When there's a decided winner, they don't run it back.
I guess so.
That's why we'll never see Hooker Felder 2.
Damn shame.
Well,
It is a shame.
no, that one was really close though.
I know.
That's different. That one was real close.
But if I were Hooker, I wouldn't take a rematch. I'd be like, no, I'm going
hell
for a belt.
no.
Oh, not
Hell
not
no.
immediately. Hell no. Hell
Absolutely
Going
not.
for a belt.
Maybe a couple years from now, if Felder's still fighting,
Yeah, I
he
was
decides to
gonna
not
say.
retire.
And Felder's
possible.
37 years old or whatever.
Right?
So after the Jordan... Are we good?
Good. We can
Moving
move
back?
Whatever.
Moving back. Jordan Griffin, TJ Brown. After that fight, the next one was Luis Pena versus Steve Garcia, and it
Pena.
ended in a decision.
Dude, it's
Pena looked
Pena's
pretty good.
Who won?
He's
Pena won.
Oh, nice.
yeah, Luis Pena won via decision. He straight up
Violent Bob
he's
Ross.
straight up apologized. Yeah, that's his nickname. He straight up apologized for his performance after the fight was over, saying that it's not how he likes to win. He, blah blah blah. But dude, he was
getting
he was
outboxed, though.
he was going for the submission because a lot of the fight was on the ground. He was going for a submission the whole time. He just couldn't quite get it. He was really close so many times, but who did he fight? What was the guy's name? Garcia or something?
Yeah.
Steve Garcia.
Yeah, Steve Garcia.
He had
was
his
just-
neck cranked a few times.
Yeah, man, he was so close a lot of times. Pena was doing work, but just couldn't get the finish. So it sort of made for a quote unquote, like, if you don't appreciate ground game stuff, for a boring fight. Like, there wasn't a lot of crazy head kicks and flying knees and a bunch of stuff
Not
like
what
that.
you're typically expecting out of Violent Bob Ross.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoyed the fight, though, and he looked great. He dominated the fight pretty much.
I enjoyed the fight.
Yeah, I thought
He's
it was
had
good, too.
I didn't
had a
watch
couple
the fight.
bad fights in a row, and not necessarily him performing badly, just him getting screwed. So
I liked his fight with Matt Frivola. That was a good one.
Oh, I love that.
He
Frivola.
Really good fight.
won
Steamroller.
that fight.
Regardless of who won the fight, it was really
Steamroller
entertaining
Frivola.
fight.
Luis Pena won that fight. Fucking judges.
Because it was in Frivola's hometown.
Dude, Judges
Oh, it
never-
was?
Judges
Oh,
never make
he was the
mistakes.
hometown guy, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
they were. So
Frivola.
the event was held on like a college campus, and Frivola went to college there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The plot thickens.
Kind of like Felder Hooker, with Felder being from Hooker from New Zealand, and the fight being held in New Zealand.
Well,
Some
that's a
people
whole
think
country.
apparently it's his
Oh,
own.
and I bet Dan Hooker went to college there, huh?
I have no in the country probably. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Daddy knows all the koalas.
All of them.
The ones that are left,
The Kiwis, the
Wait, are
Koalas.
koalas, like, endangered?
they are now.
I
Probably.
heard they're assholes.
I heard they don't,
They're
like,
mean.
fuck.
What?
The koalas don't, like, bang.
They
Like,
absolutely how
Like, no, that's pandas. Pandas.
they have
It's
to.
hard for them to get. Not that they don't ever. It's like, no, but it's pandas. Like, they have a hard time getting pandas to bang. Like, because pandas are like, their population is diminishing, and I guess they don't like.
They're just sad.
They don't. Yeah. I can't remember. It's
Just not in the
male.
There's
mood.
not as many of us anymore.
Just on the mood tonight.
I'm just on the mood
I have a
tonight.
headache.
Work was hard. The fucking bamboo, I'm telling you.
Tinder ain't what it used to be.
Chewing the bamboo all day. I'm tired. Yeah, that's the thing. Pandas, they can't get them to bang. They tried all these zoos,
naturally in the regions.
The
that we
more you
visit.
know.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
You never know what you're gonna find out on this podcast.
Yeah. Fun fact:
Straight
red
up.
pandas can actually paint. My sister worked at a zoo. I wanted the
our
fucking.
gorillas can paint too.
I wanted the painting. I told my sister, like, "Give me one of those paintings. I'll buy it. I want a painting hanging in my room of like one of your animals
like a red
painting."
koala did that. A red panda or red
There's
koala?
red koalas.
That one over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his
I'd be a
nickname.
millionaire.
Red Panda.
Yeah, it's my rapper name.
Yeah, I have a picture of a red panda
It's my
painting.
Tinder
on my
name,
phone.
Red Panda.
They don't have names. Well, they do have names, but.
I was gonna say that's sad. Pandas.
Poor pandas.
I'm not really on Tinder, by the way.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Happily married right here. Not on Tinder. I do not have a Tinder.
You know what's a big problem with koalas?
But we're just moving on.
No.
From
Chlamydia.
pandas to koalas.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big problem with koalas.
Wait, what?
Koalas
Chlamydia.
have chlamydia?
Yeah, well, it's like a big thing with koalas.
I didn't
Why
know
do you guys
animals
know all
could
these
get
weird
chlamydia.
facts?
Because I know weird shit.
That's why pandas don't bang. They know about those dirty koalas.
Yeah.
Shit.
Don't want to end up like the koalas.
The panda's like, you been banging koalas, huh? Fellow panda? I know you've been banging those koalas. I ain't touching you.
Dude, that was some of the problem with the like Australian like brush fires is that you had koalas that were native to Australia that had all been like infected with chlamydia. It's like an actual thing that like every koala has chlamydia. It's super weird. It's really weird. And then when they started moving all of them to New Zealand to keep them in the same basic climate, but none of the koalas on New Zealand had chlamydia. So they were just basically infecting all of these koalas that were in New
no.
Zealand with chlamydia by moving all these other koalas from Australia to there.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks for all the fucking koalas.
For the New Zealand koalas.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
You're just trying to live your life, and all of a sudden
They need
somebody
to
just
elect
infects
Trump
you.
for like immigration and shit.
Oh,
Build a
God.
Keep those
wall around New Zealand.
chlamydia koalas out of New Zealand.
Koalas are all rapists and murderers.
Oh my god.
Who's doing all the raping?
Oh my.
Those chlamydia
Tell me.
ridden koalas.
That was like, I just did a mixture of like Trump and Schwarzenegger.
All to be back.
Get to the wall.
Go, koalas, go. Get to the chopper.
Welcome to Guys Talking Fights.
Looking to guys talking koalas with chlamydia. Nice to have you guys here with us.
I want someone, not any of us four, to comment down in the comment section, koalas with chlamydia.
Okay.
You want someone do it. And if someone actually heard me say that and actually did it,
Our top fan casually
If you
hardcore
can
will do it.
spell
No, I
chlamydia.
won't.
All right. So going from koala bears to the polar bear, Sergey Spivak.
Sergey.
That was
Right?
good.
I
That was
got
good
you.
transition.
Very good.
Got beat by
That's actually
Marcin
a
Tybura.
fantastic transition, dude. Very good. Good segue. We've had two good segues, even though one skipped half the fights on the card, but
All
still,
of them.
It's fine.
it was a good segue, though.
So we had to talk 10 minutes of koala chlamydia to get
Hell
to
yeah.
it. So
Yeah, Marcin Tybura. He
he looked good because I thought
He beat him.
Spivak was gonna wipe the floor with him. Honestly,
I really
Tybura didn't
didn't,
look all that great the last time he was out there, and Spivak did look pretty
Yeah,
good.
he did.
Spivak.
Spivak had really good hands on the feet. Like he was.
Surprising
Yeah.
because the last time I just remember him laying down and just doing work on the ground, just wrestling and
I thought he
submission
choked
attempts.
out.
He arm triangle against
did.
type
Arm triangle, yes.
Tai Tuivasa.
Yes.
Tuvasa. Yo, another
He did not
segue.
drink a shoey
Just
that
to
night.
yeah, Megan Anderson had a shoey though after her fight.
Yes, she did.
She got the win this past Saturday against
Way to go, Megan.
Farron
Nora
dos Santos.
Dumont. No.
No, Dumont.
She
Yeah,
beat
that
Norma
was her
Dumont.
previous fight before that.
Yeah, Zara
Farron
Farron.
dos Santos was also on the card. Megan did not fight her. That was Felicia Spencer. But
Yeah.
last fight she fought her. This fight, yeah, exactly. And yeah, Megan got the knockout win and did a shoey on her way. Which those of you who don't know, a shoey
stiff right
is when you
hand
literally
she
take a
landed.
fucking shoe and you pour beer into it and then you chug the beer out of the shoe.
I want to try
So
one
she
one
took
day.
some random fan's shoe.
some-
I feel like you'd have to do it with a new shoe though.
I do. Oh, shit,
Like,
I don't
I
want to
don't
ruin
wanna
my
do it
shoes.
with, like, a-
I don't want to ruin my shoes.
I kind of want to do. I'm like tempted to do it right now. Just
You
for
got
fun.
those Kobe's?
You're not drinking beer out of my Kobe's. I actually just bought a sweet new pair of shoes, but you can't drink beer out of those either because
You
they're
crazy
really
koala
expensive.
fuck. Not gonna happen.
So it'll be craft beer.
I bought those LeBron Toon Squads with the Bugs Bunny on
You
them.
did
Oh, the
buy
ones that
that.
you showed
Dude,
last
those are
time?
cool.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
And I accidentally bought 2 pairs, so now I have to sell another pair.
Oh, darn. Yeah, you accidentally bought them.
Oh
Yeah.
darn.
Highly doubt that.
Except for
Gosh
I only bought them
darn
for 185, and they're going for like 250 right now. So
Accidentally bought it then. Yeah.
I did, I swear. When
Just
I
like
got
I
there.
accidentally buy cars and accidentally sell them. Oops. Like that van.
The van.
The $90 van.
What?
I bought a van for $90. I sold it for $400, and as the guy drove away with it, the wheel fell off.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The fact that he could drive a $400 van in the first place is pretty.
Yes.
It
pretty
was a
good.
$90
Well, he
van,
obviously couldn't
Who
drive
sold
it,
you
though.
a van for $90?
there's a guy right down the street from work. Like, he was really, like, dirty looking, like, greasy hair.
Was it his
Probably
van?
stole it, yeah.
He was, like,
He had a title.
yeah, he had a title.
for $90.
Yeah, and, like, as soon as I saw the ad for $90,
crack.
well, as soon as I saw the ad for $90, of course, I offered him $60 because I got and he hung.
Of course, I offered him $60.
He hung
Nah,
up,
he wasn't low
he
enough.
hung up on me. So I called him right back. All right, fine, I'll give you $90. So I
Give you
go
a
there.
bag of toenails
Oh
for that
shit!
van.
On the way there was a car accident, like head-on collision. Like I watched it. I'm like, oh shit! Gotta go to this van and then come back and sell it to one of these guys if they're dead.
If they're not dead.
They weren't. And then I made it up to the van, bought it for $90. I was just gonna drive to the scrapyard and sell it for like $120, but I was like, this thing runs and drives perfectly fine. It had 300,000 miles, but it ran
Except for it's a three-wheeler.
no check engine light, ran perfect, drove it home. I was gonna sell it to a guy to make it into a chicken coop for $300, but then another guy was like, well, I'll give you $400. I was like, okay, I'd rather sell it to him. I really wanted to be going chicken coop though. And then he came and bought it, and I told him, I was like, hey, there's something weird going on with that wheel. I swear to God, I told him that.
Okay.
He brought a mechanic. The mechanic said you have bad wheel bearings. He still bought it and drove it home. Well, tried to drive it home.
Drove it half a mile.
He got onto the highway, and then the wheel
off on
fell
the
off.
highway.
Yeah, and then he texted me. He was like, "Hey, I'm sitting here waiting for a tow truck that could have killed me and my son." I just didn't respond.
You should just been like, I told you.
Well, no, I didn't.
Brought a guy that said, "Hey, you need new wheel bearings."
And you even
I
told
don't
him
think
that
this is right.
something's fucked up with
You
the
tell
tire.
him it's wrong, and he's like, "You could have killed me."
Yeah, I told him
I could have killed myself.
Did you say your van could have been a
Yeah.
chicken coop?
Well,
Everybody's
why'd you bring
losing
your
here.
son to buy this $400 van.
It didn't even have a middle seat. It only had one seat in the back. It was a '94 Dodge Caravan.
Oh God,
It was a piece of shit, but it was $90.
It was a three-wheeler.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whatever happened. It's probably scrapped, but
So anyway, Brendan Allen got a knockout first round
Tom Brees.
against Tom Brees. Tom Brees had a lot of hype coming into this fight. I don't think he's
Yeah.
fought in a while, but
I
he
mean,
was.
being Drew's brother, I mean, that's quite the accolade.
I was looking forward to him. I was really excited to see what he was going to do, and Brendan Allen got the job done. Got the knockout, round number 1. It was very good. And then we move on to Kyler Phillips.
Phillips.
Kyler Phillips really impressed. Vinny, you were saying Kyler really impressed you, man. You were.
Yes.
He impressed
really
me until the
impressed by
last
him.
5 seconds of the fight when I thought he did the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen anybody do.
What did
What did he do, Zach?
Please
had-
tell us, because we don't know.
I
He
didn't
had
watch. So I
Gabriel
don't know.
Silva
Ryan actually doesn't.
down
know.
on the mat. There was a scramble of sorts, and he gets up. Kyler Phillips gets all the way to his feet. Silva still has both knees down on the ground, and he puts his hands on the back of Silva's head and throws a knee at his face and misses.
Yeah.
But it was clearly a horribly illegal knee with 5 seconds left in the fight that he was dominating.
Especially
That you
after,
were just like, oh, there's no way he's going to lose. Oh, my God.
especially after last card.
Very close to getting DQ.
Yeah.
And at that point in the
5
fight,
seconds.
the wheel almost fell off the van.
Almost.
Kyler Phillips had made it all the way to the highway in that van.
Good thing he didn't have
And
his son with him.
Yeah.
His whole corner just went, no.
No. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Moving on to the main
card.
Grant Dawson, fat ass, can't make weight.
Grant Dawson, yeah, so fights at featherweight, weighed in at 149.5.
Do you know these two guys really didn't like each other?
That's what I saw.
Yeah?
Because they knew each other?
Oh, they
Didn't
did?
know that.
Yeah. I guess they, like, their hometown is the same hometown. It's just Dawson, I think, is like 3 or 4 years younger.
Oh, no kidding.
Or they're similar. They're close enough that they were at one point thought that they were going to, like, wrestle in state tournaments and stuff like that, and they never did. And this is the first time that they've actually faced off was when they both made it to the UFC.
Huh. Sucks for Derek Minner because he got fucking
Was it
submitted.
Minner's debut?
Probably.
I've never heard of him
I
before.
think it
you?
was.
He
I
doesn't
think
have
it
a
was Minner's
Wikipedia page.
debut.
Minner? Yeah.
Yeah.
It
which
was
is
his
funny
first
that he
fight in the
makes
UFC. Yep.
main card.
Yep. It was interesting. Yeah, you got to fight Grant Dawson.
Sometimes it be
was
like
this,
that.
Was this the hometown? Was like, did they fight in their
I
state?
don't think so.
This is Virginia.
I think they were from like one of the Dakotas or something like that.
Grant Dawson is from Nebraska.
Throwing it out there,
Same thing.
this is
Same thing.
Grant Dawson's second submission in a row, and his last one was also in the second round.
He looked good.
Was that the
Fun-
one in Rochester?
Fun fact.
Because we did see him in Rochester. Vinny told me that.
May 18th, 2019. Yes, sir, it was. We saw Grant Dawson.
I might remember that.
Mike Trizano.
That's right.
He
I'm
said
not
Vinny
sure if I
Trizano.
remember it, but I might remember it.
Mike Trizano. Yeah,
Moving
you were hammered.
on.
Yeah, so
Megan.
Grant Dawson. Da-da-da. Yeah, we go, Megan Anderson. Yeah, Megan. Oh, no, Megan Anderson. Yeah.
She looked good the whole time.
She looked great in the grappling exchanges. They went to the ground.
You
She
knew
looked
she was going to be
good.
better in the grappling, I think.
She looked really good with her grappling. She was able to
But her
do
stand-up
a couple
was
reverses
definitely,
on the feet.
definitely a little more crisp than it has been.
I
And
just
then
wanted
she
to
got
say
the
that
knockout.
Derek Minner is, in fact, also from Nebraska. I fact-checked this.
Yeah,
Very good. Attaboy.
you know how
Thanks,
I do.
brah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, bro.
We always, we always have to check you, Zach.
So yeah, Megan Anderson.
Timeline.
Do you guys think? Start with you, Zach.
Yes.
Do you think that Megan Anderson is going to get the next title shot against Amanda Nunes?
No.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Felicia only because Felicia beat Megan a year and change ago.
I completely agree with everything you just said.
Also in agreement.
Although I will tell you that I texted it to you guys at the beginning of that fight that Felicia looked horrendous on the feet.
She
at
heard
the
you.
beginning of the fight.
And she was very
looked
offended.
so bad on the feet at the beginning of that fight. I was like, this girl is tuning her up on the feet. Was landing good shots.
I feel like Spencer always looks bad on the feet, though.
But dude, she
She looks
cyborg.
She
she is
stood with
the
Cyborg.
most
That's what-
unathletic looking UFC fighter I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah,
I don't know about
will
UFC
agree
fighter,
with that, but
She
Women-
looks like someone
women's
just
fighter,
like
yes.
someone,
women's fighter, yeah.
She looks like
because-
someone's like overweight sister that you would just see sitting on the couch eating Cheetos when you like went over to hang out with your friend.
Actually,
He's like, "Hey, Felicia." She's like, "Hey, just watching Teen Mom."
Bye,
Like,
Felicia.
I wanted to do it.
she's not overweight, but she's not like she's not fit. She doesn't fit the.
She doesn't look like Megan does.
No, she doesn't fit the idea of what you think like a professional UFC fighter would be.
Good.
Not all of them do, but like
We had this discussion. Good.
yeah, and yeah, she's got a little. She just doesn't. I don't think she cuts a ton of weight. I think she probably fights it more close to her natural weight. She carries around a little extra weight. She doesn't look super fit. She doesn't.
She's shorter.
She's a little shorter. She doesn't.
Aspen
Basically, what I'm
Laddish.
saying is she doesn't look like what you'd think like an athlete would look like.
Yeah.
But she is.
You know what she looks like?
She gets the job done. She's tough as fuck. She's very talented,
Field hockey.
and she can take a punch, man.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field
Everyone remembers the girls in high school that played field hockey.
In college, we didn't have field hockey in high school where I went. But in college, we had a field hockey team.
She definitely doesn't look like Kutawaba.
No.
No,
Good.
because he's jacked.
Speaking of Kutawaba,
Anyway, yeah.
I know we talked
Moving on
about it
from
a
that.
little bit already.
Um,
Him playing possum and all that. But
wait a minute. Hold on. 2 seconds.
yes,
I think Megan might get the next shot.
She's more popular than Felicia.
I was just going to say, because Megan definitely has more of a following, I think she's more the recognizable name. And dude, Australia right now is the new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big fighters coming out of Australia. They've had a lot of big fights in Australia.
They
She said she'd like to fight in Perth.
Yeah,
Like,
she'd like to fight in Perth
month
next.
or 2 months, whatever it
Talking
is.
about that.
I don't know because I skipped through all the commercials. I literally only watched the fights for this card.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember the previous card. They kept on showing like America UFC supports Australia and all that for like the wildfires and all that shit. So they're probably pushing that during this card too.
Chlamydia-ridden koalas.
All the koalas.
I've heard speculation
Cure the koalas.
that Nunes does not want to fight until that Brazil card.
She wants to
May.
fight in
So,
Nunes wants to fight in Brazil,
so
which is
if,
when again?
if
April
May.
That already has a
18th?
main
May.
card
Well, yeah,
right
it does,
now.
but she,
May
I think
9th.
she might be the co-main possibly.
May 9th? When is it?
I think it is May
May
9th or 13th.
May something.
Yeah, it's early
13th.
May.
Either way, but Megan should be ready. She finished it in the first round. Also, you know what I thought was fun is
So did
Megan
Felicia.
said that if she
It
doesn't
was
get
like
a title,
3 seconds apart. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Megan said if she doesn't get a title shot for her next fight, she would be interested in fighting Jermaine Durandamine if she wants to move back up to 145
That's
pounds.
a cool fight because Jermaine Durandamy is the original 145 champion.
Yeah.
Controversial fight with Holly Holm, but still. So actually, I fully support that. I think
Yeah.
that's a really cool idea.
That'd be a cool idea. So yeah,
Well,
she
there's a
doesn't
fight
get
in
the fight.
Brazil next week, March
Not that one.
14th.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Nope. Nope.
Lee
Oh,
Oliveira.
oh yeah, I was gonna say Lee Oliveira. Yes, can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, Kevin
gonna be
Lee.
fun.
I thought
Yeah,
I
Kevin
thought
Lee.
Leo Oliveira.
No.
Yeah, Lee
No,
Oliveira. I
my
was like,
bad.
who the fuck is Lee Oliveira? I thought that for a
Lee
second. Then I realized-
versus Oliveira.
It's gonna be great.
Versus.
It's gonna be a great fight. We'll go on to that later.
We will. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Kutalaba, we sort of already talked about that. That Kutalaba and not that we sort of did. We 100% kind of covered
Two
that
big
already.
scary guys.
Yep, two big scary guys. They faced off against each other, and it was a great fight until the ref stopped it prematurely.
It was weird. It was weird throughout the entire thing.
I hate when things end prematurely.
Absolutely.
Waka waka.
Never had that problem.
Not even one time. Come on.
It ends exactly when I tell it to.
Okay.
It's time, Dick.
If you
Speaking of it's time for the main event.
It's
time. Davidson Figueroa beats Joseph Benavidez via TKO.
Headbutt.
Oh, actually, straight up. No, yeah, right.
Yeah,
The headbutt's
headbutt.
basically what did it. Minute and 54 seconds, second round.
I don't think the headbutt had that much to do.
I think the headbutt had everything to do with
Yes.
He
Agreed.
looked like trash through the whole first round and
That's
the
true.
second.
it. But the
Benavidez,
headbutt, I think, is-
Benavidez.
I don't think trash.
Who looked like trash?
I don't think he looked
Benavidez.
like trash.
You thought
man.
he looked like
Really?
trash?
I
didn't-
disagree.
Have you guys ever
disagree.
seen him
I thought
fight?
the first round looked. I think Figueredo was just the bigger guy, and he was a little bit overwhelming, and you could definitely see the size and power difference. But I don't think Benavidez looked like trash.
Yeah.
He looked
no.
like trash compared to what he normally looks like. He looks phenomenal in all of his fights. He did not look the
I
way
I
he
just
did
think he
not
was
think he
fighting a
looked
bigger. I just
bad.
think he was fighting a bigger guy, and Figueredo was able to just kind of dominate him as far as that goes. I think size played more of a role into it. I don't think he looked like trash though.
I thought he looked like trash.
I thought he fought a good fight, but
he
physically
physically-
he was just overpowered by a bigger guy.
He physically didn't even look as good as he normally does, and I think even the announcers.
Really?
I think the announcers even said that too. And actually, I was watching it with Joe, Joe from work,
Yeah.
and like he doesn't watch fights, and he's like, "Wow, look at that guy over there." And it was Benavidez, and he even said he's like, "Well, he doesn't look that good," and he didn't. And then like this was before the fight even started. He just saw his picture, during the tail of the tape, and so like he's like, "Wow, I'm gonna go with the other guy, the guy with the red stripe in his hair." And I was like, "Ooh," because I already knew the result. And like during the fight, Joseph Benavidez did not look as good as he normally does. I think.
Okay.
I'll give you this. I have not seen a ton of his fights. He's been
I've seen
he's
two
been
other ones.
inactive for a while. So
True.
But I mean, having not seen a ton of his fights before, I didn't think he looked bad.
Yeah,
But
I think that
I have
division just
nothing.
died, though.
I have nothing to
Yeah.
compare that to, really. So
I think that was the death of that division right there.
I
Think so?
actually hope so. And I know that sounds sad, but yeah.
Before we go any farther, let's just explain real quick. There could be people watching this who maybe don't really fully understand what we're talking about when Zach says the death of that division. So 125-pound division in the UFC has been controversially talked about possibly ending and then getting rid of 125 pounds for a weight class. And Figueiredo, who won the fight, didn't make weight. And if you don't make weight, you can't win the title. Even if you win the fight, you don't get the title. You're not the champ. And that's exactly what happened. Figueiredo missed weight by 2.5 pounds. He beat Benavidez, but he's not a champion. So right now, 125 pounds does not have a current champion.
They didn't have a champion even going into this fight.
Going into it, right. Cejudo had been...
Still listed as Cejudo. But the thing is that...
Yeah. Henry
Juicy
Cejudo, by the way,
Formiga-
has moved up to 135 pounds. He's done fighting at 125. Right?
Who's that?
Cejudo.
Yeah, no, he's
Cejudo's
not
done
coming
with
back.
125
Triple C.
pounds.
He's not coming back.
Which is a
Formiga
shame.
got knocked out by Benavidez last year, I think, right?
Yeah.
And he's number 2.
That's the second time he's lost to Benavidez, too.
So it's like there's not...
And there's been at least
really
3
anybody
guys
there.
who have left to go to other organizations from that weight class.
Sergio
Yeah.
Pettis.
Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson, Sergio Pettis. There's one more in there, too. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but there's been at least 3, like...
Ian
prominent-
McCall left a while
Oh,
ago.
There you go. Yeah, that was a little bit...
Oh, my God. What's his name?
You're probably trying to think of the same guy. I just can't think of right now.
Not to be racist, but the Asian guy.
That's not
Oh,
racist. He's Asian.
Corey Jute. What is it?
What's his name? He was like Bellator champ, too. He was Horiguchi.
Yeah, there you go.
Kyoji Horiguchi.
I was mixing his
Not
first
who I-
name and
also
his last name.
Not who I was thinking of. There might be another one.
That was who I was
So we might be
thinking of.
talking about 4 or 5 guys who are prominent fighters in that
Ali
weight class.
Bagatinov, he left, too.
Yep.
John Dodson moved up to bantamweight.
John Dodson. Yep. Moved up. That might be who I was thinking
Still
of. John
got
Dodson.
some good guys there. You got Askarov, he's undefeated. Brandon Moreno's
Tim
looking really
Elliott's always
good.
pretty fun.
Tim Elliott. Yeah.
Kai Car France just had a nice
Kai
win.
Car France. Yeah. All right. I mean, you just rambled off like 3 or 4 names.
The guy
right
he
there
fought
that
is
are
no
pretty-
slouch
pretty
either. What was
good,
that dude's
well-known,
name?
recognizable names.
Kaikar France?
No, the guy he fought, Tyson something. Is that his name?
Tyson Griffin? Oh,
Tyson
no.
Nam?
Yeah.
Nam,
Tyson Nam.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nam.
Yeah,
Nam.
pretty good too.
See, what they could do, and here's a possibility.
It's just that none of those guys have name recognition outside the octagon.
Yeah, it's pretty much...
Not a single
I
one.
just feel like everybody. Here's the funny thing though, is
besides
like
Benavidez.
for a second I was like, yeah, who's left in that division? And then as Vinny's like rambling off these names, I'm like, oh shit, that's right. They all fight at 125 pounds. Like I know the names when you say them, but I don't associate them with that weight division, which is weird. It's like, oh, I know that guy, and then if you're like, oh yeah, by the way, they all fight at
Kai Car
125.
France
You're
was
like,
the one who surprised me the most.
oh, they all fight at
Wait a minute.
125. Oh, okay, just like
An option here...
interesting.
An option here is... Okay, so Benavidez just lost. You can't give him another title fight. He's
Right.
0-3 in title fights. You can have Davison Figueiredo fight, maybe not the number 2 guy, because that would have been Formiga.
Juicy,
Yeah. So have him fight like Kai Car France, who's coming off a win. He's from
Brandon
Australia.
Moreno.
Brandon Moreno. Like you
He's
could
higher
have
up than
Figueiredo
him.
fight one of these guys. You could have him fight one of these guys for the title and be like, hey, you gotta fucking make weight here.
Keep having, not unification matches, but sort of like that.
Open
Just keep
title.
having open fights for the title belt.
Yeah. Until Figueiredo makes weight, basically.
I'd like to know how many of the guys that fight at 125 could fight at 135.
Probably all of them.
All of them, I
Right?
think.
Like,
I wonder about...
are any of them too small to move up to
Well,
135?
that's the only thing that I laugh at. Is
like
can
Benavidez
you-
is small, dude. You see
you
him fighting at
imagine-
135.
He used to.
Even a Sunsal that fights at
Yeah, but,
135
like,
though is only like
that's
5'5" or something like that. So it's not like he's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that big. But that's
True.
I mean, you imagine Sandhagen or Aljamain Sterling fighting one of these guys that's only like 5'4" and
Like
has
Piotr
like
Jan, who's not very tall, but he's a
6
bigger
inch
guy.
Jan would
for
kill
sure.
one of them.
yeah.
Like,
I
Jan's,
think so too.
Jan's
Yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so you can move up in weight and look good. Like,
Jose Aldo
Anthony
fighting
Smith.
one of these guys.
Yeah.
Fighting Benavidez.
Jose Aldo's practically a featherweight.
He is.
He's practically a featherweight.
is.
But like Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, Anthony Johnson, they all moved up in weight and like literally transformed to just be bigger.
Mhm.
So some of these 125ers could like literally transform and like, okay, there's no way this guy can make 125 again.
Look at Connor.
Yeah.
Coming from
Yeah, exactly.
145 all the way up to 170.
Connor
just
could not make one.
huge difference.
He couldn't make
How many
145.
fights did
What their
Connor have at
bodies look
How many fights did Connor have at 145?
He's
by
like
the way?
6 or 7.
A lot.
Maybe more.
Yeah, quite a few.
Early in his career, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
In UFC.
He only had the
just
one,
UFC.
though, right?
Wait, what?
How many did he have in the UFC?
Featherweight? Yeah, he had like
145.
Yeah,
All
all
of
of his initial fights were at 145.
Oh shit.
Dennis Siver, Max Holloway, Dustin
Poirier.
Poirier,
I always
Jose
forget
Aldo,
that
Chad
him and
Mendez.
Poirier fought at 145. That's so weird when I think about that.
So at least 5 or 6 fights he had.
Yeah.
I'm looking
At
up, but
least.
keep on going.
It's funny he had that many, and now he probably could not make 145.
Oh, no.
Hell no.
Like
Hell
more than
no.
likely, there's no way in hell.
Hail to the nah.
I mean,
It would
Figueiredo,
be-
you could see just in the fight, he's a way bigger guy than Benavidez was.
Yes.
7. So Conor McGregor had 7 featherweight fights. His 7th win was for the title when he beat
Right.
Jose Aldo.
Aldo.
Yes, and that was his last time
And then
he
I was going
fought.
to say, and then he never fought in 145 again.
Correct. He never defended his
never
title.
will.
No.
No.
Not.
Probably not.
All right.
But
Anyway.
oh, do you want to talk about the fight itself, like the headbutt and all that?
Oh yeah, Go ahead, dude.
So
Take it away.
They clashed heads in the second round. I thought Figueiredo won the first round.
Yeah. I would
yeah.
go with that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like a blowout, but I thought he won it
10-9.
10-9. And then they clashed heads into the second round, early in the second round, because the fight actually ended at the 1 minute 54 second mark. So they clashed heads at like
30.
Yeah,
I mean,
130.
It wasn't that much before.
But as soon as they clashed heads, as soon as Benavidez like turned his head, like just a spray of blood, like he was cut really
It was
bad.
pouring out of
They-
his head.
There's a
Huge
possibility that if they didn't stop the fight right there for the knockout, he could have been stopped by doctor stoppage, possibly.
At the end of the round, I wouldn't have been surprised because it was seriously like a 4-inch gash coming out of his hairline.
and then
And he had a big ass cut on his eyelid too that I didn't even
Did it?
notice
I didn't
until
see that.
until afterwards.
was it from the hammer fist maybe?
Could have been.
Could have been.
But he turned away and wiped blood, and as he's wiping blood, he got hit with a straight left, right, no,
See-
straight punch. He got
I was gonna say, he definitely didn't get hit while he was wiping his forehead.
he wiped his forehead, and
He
then
wiped
like,
his forehead, and then he had his hands back
Yeah.
here defending. Like
Yeah,
he definitely didn't get hit as he was like
Right.
wiping his head.
No,
and then
yeah,
the
it's
punch
not-
came. It was
yeah.
he wiped it, and then maybe a couple seconds later,
right.
he took the hit. So
Yeah,
it
you're
wasn't
right.
like he had his hand up.
But
I
he
feel
was
like- I feel like
definitely.
his
Just
hands were
I gotta throw
down.
that out there. Yeah, it did.
They were down a little bit. He
Yeah.
didn't have them up in front of his
I mean,
face.
'cause
yeah, they
He
were
was
definitely
definitely
down.
shook.
He got punched right in the jaw and then just dropped.
Because
He was
basically he
shook
didn't
at
see
that
the
point.
essentially didn't see the punch coming,
Yeah.
but not because he couldn't see, not because his hand was up in front of his face, not because there was blood in his eyes. He just,
Unlike Diego Sanchez.
I think the headbutt might have. It might have
I really
rocked
think
him.
it did.
It might
I
have
think
hurt
it
him and
did.
rocked him a little bit.
I
He
really
looked
think
like a
it
little
did.
out of it because that punch was
Yeah, it was.
clean. He
started
he
backing up.
There was
he
like
was
no
wide open
setup
for
there,
that punch.
and it just landed so clean. He just
Yeah.
cocked back and just straight.
Yeah,
punched him.
Benavidez didn't move. He didn't put his hands up. He just stood there and just wide-eyed, just took the fucking shot right in the center of his face.
After the headbutt, good point.
Beautiful punch.
I remember thinking after I watched it land, I'm like, "What the fuck?"
After
that was my initial
It's
reaction.
kind of
as soon as
surprising,
I hit. I'm
right?
like, "Whoa!"
Kind of came out of nowhere. Like, okay, I guess that's it.
I mean, after the headbutt, he backed up like
Oh yeah,
until the end of the fight.
yeah. The headbutt was fucking with him for sure.
And watching the fight live, like as soon as the punch landed, like before he even hit the ground, which he dropped to the ground,
Oh, his eyes
Oh, yeah.
rolled.
we were all like the people I was watching were like, "Oh shit!" And like then all of a sudden hammer fist, and that was about it.
You know, that was it.
His eyes rolled when he got hit.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks for Figueiredo to fucking. Man, he just picked the wrong fight to miss weight. Has he ever missed weight before? Anybody know? Off the top
I've
of your
been
head?
told
I don't know.
no.
He's big though.
He's definitely a bigger dude for that weight class. He's one of those guys that could easily transition to 135 if need be, or if he wanted to.
and immediately be a top 6 guy at 135.
This isn't the first time we've seen like a top contender. I mean, he could have been champ, but top contender at
Should
flyweight
be champ.
should be champ.
2.5 pounds is the reason he's not champ.
Miss weight because the hell's that guy's name? Hands of Stone. John Lineker. John Lineker beat somebody,
I was thinking Jeff Neal.
and he could have Jeff Neal's good too. John Lineker could have fought Mighty Mouse, but he just couldn't make weight. Like he would go into a fight for the #1 contendership and miss weight. and he would win, and you
Lineker's
can't
small, too,
and you can't be number one contender. So he just went up to bantamweight.
Right.
Lineker's like 5'1", isn't he?
I think he's a little bit bigger, maybe like 5'3".
Maybe.
So fucking short.
Yeah, I mean,
so short.
compared to like what we're used to, we're like,
He just had that mohawk to make him bigger.
yeah. I'll look it up now. Keep talking.
No.
No,
I just want it to be silent for the next 3 minutes until you figure out
move
what
on
you're
to
doing.
next week's card then.
Let's
Why don't
do
you guys
it.
want to do? Let's do an awkward silence.
Next week.
All right, cool.
John Lineker's 5'3".
Beautiful. Yeah, this coming weekend, we got a couple championship fights, boy.
Marco Madsen. That's not a championship fight. Austin Hubbard. Last time we saw Manson was, I think, was it his
Copenhagen.
UFC debut?
Yep,
was?
in
And
Copenhagen.
he's like 35.
He's one of who's his prodigy
Martin
there?
Kampman.
Yes, the Hitman Campman.
But he's a Olympic
Hitmonchan?
wrestler.
Did you say Hitmonchan?
What?
Like the Pokemon Hitmonchan?
No, the Hitman Martin Campman.
Oh, I thought you said Hitmonchan.
He was in the Olympics, and then he transitioned over to MMA.
Right.
Zach
Thank you,
Araya.
Ryan.
Yeehaw.
Araya.
Ryan Araya.
First fight I'd like to talk about on the prelims.
Sugar Sean?
Sean O'Malley. About
Oh,
the
O'Malley.
fucking time. What is it? Almost 2 years since he's fought because he got popped for PEDs.
Oh yeah.
The same type of shit that
That
John Jones was
Osterine.
hit for.
Osterine.
Osterine.
We'll get it.
Whatever it is.
Osterine.
It's illegal.
Australia.
Derms.
Pictograms.
Sorry about that.
Pictograms.
Pikachu. He talked about Pokemon.
Pikachus.
Pikachu.
You got snapped with those Pikachus.
Cows and goats and
Thunderbolt.
stuff.
Thunderbolt attack. Yeah, Sean O'Malley coming back
Oxen.
against Jose
Quiones.
Jose Alberto Quiones.
Who he was supposed to fight in the fight that got canceled and he got popped.
Right.
So he's finally
Same guy.
getting the same opponent back.
Welcome to the Sugar Show. So apparently Sean O'Malley, according to his camp, has put on about 5 or 6 pounds of solid muscle since he's been out. I guess he's been working a lot on his wrestling as well. So just going off what his camp said, if this is all true,
And
I'm really looking forward to seeing him fight.
he got a tattoo above his eyebrow that says sugar.
Very nice.
Just so that everyone know.
I'm glad he had some space left for some tattoos. That's right.
Dude, it's
Just always go for the face.
It's funny about him too because he had so much hype coming out of, was it the Contender Series?
Yeah.
Yes.
So much hype coming out of that, and then
So
just
you know you're never going to get another job.
and then nothing happened.
Getting a tattoo on your face.
Well, you could be a supervisor at the post office.
Pretty much.
You have face tattoos?
Sure.
Who?
I don't know, but you could. Like,
That one lady has a pierced eyebrow. And
Well,
she's like
yeah,
60.
but-
yeah, I'm just saying, like,
You
you
could.
could.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know anybody who does off the top of my head personally, but I'm sure.
Malone like
Always tired.
Hell yeah.
wire across the my
You-
non-existent
you-
hairline.
Post Malone, when you see him and then you hear him sing, you're like, wait, that's not the same guy.
I've never heard him sing.
That it is a weird
You
Do you
probably
know
phenomenon.
what
has
Post
it.
Malone? You know what
That's
Post
the
Malone
worst
looks
part.
like?
Yeah, I know what he looks like. He's from Syracuse.
Sort of.
He was
Kinda.
born here. He's from Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
You've never heard his music before? I bet you have, but just
That's-
because you know
that's
what
the
he
same
looks
thing
like,
I
you
just
probably
said.
didn't know it was him singing because it doesn't.
I mean,
make
like, I
sense.
know he did a song with Ozzy. Actually, he did 2 songs
Yeah, I
with
did
Ozzy.
too.
It's a Raid, and what's the other one?
He looks like a homeless man, but he sings like an angel.
I mean, he looks just like a drugged up
Yeah.
drugged up loser.
Yeah, you would think he sings like you would think he's like a mumble rapper.
Yeah.
That's what you would.
So let's get back to fights, though. Instead of copywriting music on this podcast on YouTube. That's him?
I don't know who that is.
That's
Alex Oliveira versus Max Griffin
Yeah.
to start off the main card.
That's going to be a great fight.
It should be. It should be.
So it's Cowboy.
not
Cowboy Oliveira.
not Cowboy,
Cowboy
but the other
Oliveira.
Cowboys.
Not Cowboy, the other Cowboy.
Max Griffin. Where have I heard his name?
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have to copyright songs.
Keep talking.
Yeah, so Alex Oliveira. So welterweight fight, Max Griffin.
Like here he is.
That's him?
Yeah, right?
Oh. That sounds like what I would expect Drake would sound like. I have no idea what Drake sounds like either.
Drake sounds nothing like that.
I don't know any of these modern garbage.
Circles Post Malone, not our stuff. Copyright. Post Malone, Circles.
Good job.
Yeah.
Credit to that.
That guy.
Max
That guy.
Griffin beat Mike Perry in February of 2018.
Max Griffin beat Mike Perry?
Yes, he did.
Oh, there you go. So you probably don't like Max Griffin then?
Mike Perry should be better than he is.
No.
Yes, he should. He should have a better record than
I kind of like him, but he's not that
I like
good.
Mike Perry.
I don't like Mike
I
Perry.
like Mike Perry. Fuck you, I like Mike Perry.
I like Mike Perry too. He's just not that good of a fighter.
Yeah.
He's a great fighter. I don't know.
Is he
His
great?
record says different.
Is he a great UFC fighter? He's a great fighter, but is he a great UFC fighter?
No.
No, he's not. I don't
The
think
answer is no.
Is he top 10?
No,
No.
he's not ranked.
Oh, he's not.
When
ranked.
Mike Perry and Darren Till were both fighting in Poland, when Darren Till fought Cowboy, they were both up-and-comers, and now look at the difference between them. Mike Perry has lost like 4 fights
Mike
since
Perry was
then,
probably
and
a
Darren
little more
Till's lost
established
like
at the
2, and one was a title fight.
Yeah.
There was talks of them fighting then, not like they'll never fight now. Like they're nowhere near each other.
No.
Darren Till's way out of his league now.
Oh, we
Yeah.
never touched on Mike Perry versus Eli Quinta, did we? Maybe
grappling
we
match?
did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
we talked about
Never
that.
mind.
Totally. We actually took like 4 or 5 minutes and talked about it.
Yeah.
That must have been 4 or 5 minutes of me just being silent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
You said you didn't watch it, and I explained. the
Did you
whole
guys
thing.
hear Mike Perry was like lit up a cigarette and was like smoking it in Al's
Al's face? Yeah. They don't like each other. I guess they're good now. They're like respect or whatever. But
Does Mike Perry smoke? Like, is that
apparently,
because good on him for being a UFC fighter and a smoker? Like, this is pretty cool. I guess.
all
Oh.
UFC fighters should smoke.
Sakuraba used to smoke. He would literally go over to his corner and light up a cigarette and sit there and smoke it,
Sakuraba, yes.
and then go back over and fight.
That's wild.
Yeah, over in
Sometimes you gotta
Pride.
do what you gotta do.
It's fucking cool.
motherfucker.
Neil
Maurice-
Magny.
But you
Maurice
can't
Green's a
use an
smoker.
inhaler.
Maurice Green's a smoker. That heavyweight, Maurice Green.
Oh, Mo?
Mo Green.
Yeah,
Mo Green.
Yeah, he's a smoker.
Yeah, his eyes are going
Smokes.
different.
He lost
too.
to Alexei Olinsky.
I thought it was
he got-
Olenek.
Olenek.
Alexei
Okay.
Olenek?
Olenek,
I don't
yes.
know.
Olinsky. Alexei Olinsky.
Neil Magny, though.
Neil Magny.
Yo, when the fuck was Neil Magny's
Li
last fight?
Jinglang.
I'll look it up.
I'm
Please.
excited for
He,
this.
we were
Neil
supposed to
Ma-
we were supposed to see him fight Vicente Luque in Rochester, but he had to pull out.
Yeah,
That was the last time I knew he was scheduled.
Who's
November of 2018.
Neil Magny.
November.
Real men don't pull out.
Exactly.
So a year and 4 months ish
Push and pray.
since he's fought. Yeah, Neil Magny was someone I saw like 2 of his fights, and I was like, all right, Neil Magny, and I was kind of excited to see him, and I really liked him. I had some hype, like personal hype, internal hype about Neil Magny, and then he just
I just keep thinking the dude's
Hasn't fought
nose is
since
way too
2018.
big. Because if you have a big nose, it just gives you something to get punched in.
True.
So every time I see him, I'm just like, dude, that's gotta suck. Like, you must get your nose broken like 6 times during training.
You just want to
suck,
punch him in the nose.
just want to punch him in the nose. See
Or
what he
maybe he's like Mike Perry, where there's just the nose is non-existent at this point, where he can just crush the whole thing into his head.
So, well, this guy that Neil Magny is fighting, you were saying he's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, the weird
So I'm
thing
fighting
is, like,
Busan, I believe.
I'm sorry.
He said I think he fought in Busan a couple months ago.
Is that Korea? The Korean one? Yeah.
Yeah, he I think he's on a 3-fight win streak, and I think he's won 6 or 7 out of his last 5 or 6 fights. Since I think his last loss was 2017, something like that.
All right, so he's on a
2017?
3-fight win streak. His last loss was against Jake Matthews in
I think he won,
February of 2018.
Yep.
His last win was a TKO over Elizio Zaleski dos Santos. That was August of 2019. Before that,
so it wasn't.
Before
in
that was
Busan.
a decision win.
Before that was a TKO win over
TKO,
David
that's
Zawada, November of 2018. He only fought once in 2019. And then
Yeah.
before that was a decision over
Abe.
Dachi Abe, and that was June of 2018.
Yeah. And if you keep going back, he's got a lot of wins in the UFC. He's got like quite the record.
He actually does. I've never even heard of this guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like the name doesn't really ring a bell. But
2014, he debuted at UFC 173.
and he's only I think lost 2 fights out of how many?
He's lost 3 fights
out of
in the UFC.
Count the wins.
One.
Just out of curious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 wins.
Ooh. 9 wins, 3 losses. He's 9-3 in the UFC.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
actually
dude,
pretty good.
that's fucking pretty good.
The Leech.
Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Oh, that's who this guy is. I've watched him fight before because I remember that nickname. The Leech.
What a reach disadvantage. 8.5 inches.
Oh, Neil Magny has some of the craziest
Magny's,
reach.
Fuck it,
He's
yeah.
tall.
He's
He
long.
he has
6'3".
pretty sure he has the biggest reach in the welterweight division.
Lanky boy.
He might.
Maybe
And
even,
he's got really good wrestling too.
yeah, he does.
He's got a crazy reach and solid wrestling.
He trained at Elevation in Colorado, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he has good training. He has good training partners. He was on like some crazy 7-fight win streak or something crazy like that.
Yeah, something insane.
That was like in 2017, I think.
Yeah, that's all that hype he had, and they were talking about him like moving up, and
then he
was breaking into the top 10, into the top 10, and
he got knocked out by Carlos Condit. Who knocked him out? Somebody did, right?
I think he lost to
Ponzinibbio knocked him out.
Larkin.
Larkin?
Maya. He lost to Maya.
Oh. Did Santiago Ponzinibbio not knock him out?
Damien, put the
He
dog
did in his
down,
last fight.
Damien.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
so.
Ponzinibbio knocked him out in his last fight,
okay.
2018.
Huh.
I just can't believe.
Ponzinibbio, come back.
I just can't
That
believe.
was his last fight, too, I think.
Was that
another guy,
Ponzinibbio's last
right?
fight?
That
Yeah.
we're just like waiting to see again.
Yeah, Neil Magny and Ponzinibbio just all of a sudden just disappeared.
Yeah, they fought, and then they're just like both done.
Yeah, they're like, good fight, we out.
Yeah, that was it. It was November
out.
2018. That was last. So they both last fought November 2018. Yeah. They both just sat out all of
At
2019.
least Magny's got another fight.
Ponzinibbio was supposed to fight
Who you guys got in that
Lawler,
fight?
and then
Who you guys
it
got in that
didn't
fight,
happen.
Zach? Who you got?
Who?
Magny or the other guy?
Jing Liang.
Jing Liang.
Give me Zhang Liang.
Same.
I'll take Magny.
I would have picked Magny just over name value, but now knowing that Zhang Liang is 9-3,
Zhang Liang's the favorite.
yeah, I'm definitely.
Are we saying that name right? Zhang Liang?
Probably not.
The Leech.
The Leech. I'm going with the Leech.
Zhang Liang. I'm trying.
I mean, his first name is Lee, I think.
Well, it's not Y.
Could be.
The ch is invisible.
I'm gonna go with Vinny as well. I'm gonna go with Magny.
Cool.
Via decision.
I like Magny.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know this Leech guy, so I like Magny. I want to see him win.
Yet he's 9-3 in the UFC.
He's gonna knock him out. He's gonna knock out Neil Magny.
Sucks I don't know this guy.
He very well might. I know, right? I feel like a piece of shit for not knowing this dude who's 9-3.
I feel like a casual.
I feel
I
like need to
remember
keep
that
saying
nickname. I know
9-3
I've
in
seen
the
him fight
UFC.
before. I know it.
9-3 in the UFC.
I'm a casual.
We're casuals.
Fucking casuals.
We're casually hardcore.
All right. Benil Darush
Fuck that guy.
versus Drakkar Klose.
Benil Dariush. Give me
Dariush is
Dariush
a
in this one,
favorite.
baby. I like
I don't know
Benil.
close.
He's the favorite.
Yeah,
Dariush is
Dariush.
What's his odds?
minus 159, so it's not.
That's
much.
Nothing crazy. I'll take
No.
Benil in that one, though. That should be a good
Close
fight.
is good. He's 10-1-1, I believe.
Yep. He's got a good record overall.
He's 11-1-1.
There you go.
He is 11-1-1.
Okay.
That's even better than I thought.
He's on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC.
Yep.
Last fight he beat Giagos.
Joros.
Yes.
Jorgos.
Before that he beat Bobby Green, who's actually pretty good.
Bobby
and then
Green.
before
Green.
that he beat Lando Venata.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drakkar Klose.
Yeah.
Still taking Benil.
Drakkar in the
I'm going with close actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, the only person he's lost to is David Tamer, which he really should not have lost to him.
You know who David Tamer lost to?
Who?
Chase Hoopa.
Hoopa!
Hey, what's going on, Hoopa?
He did beat Mark Diakasi though, as well.
JKC, you mean?
Close.
You butchered the fuck out of that.
No, close. Wait, what was it?
JKC.
Diakasi?
Red Mohawk.
JKC.
Yeah,
Jacasey.
Red Mohawk.
Yeah, Diakasi.
Is it not
Jacasey.
Diakasi? I thought it was Diakasi.
Jacasey.
Mark Diakasi.
JKC.
Mark Diakasi.
JKC.
Jacasey.
With like a J. JKC.
It's Jagacy.
D-I-A.
Listen, this is how it's pronounced. JKC.
Jacasey.
Well, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck Diakasi.
Wait, who beat Marcia Casey?
Hoopa.
JK,
Jakar Close?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I'm actually going close on that one.
Marcia Casey's the one who like kind of did like the 2-touch kick. Like he was kind of like one of the guys who first started
Question
doing
mark
that.
kick?
No, the 2-touch kick.
Wait, like body and then head?
Well, yeah, where he would like jump, like kick you in the body and completely spin around and then like hit you with his other foot in the head.
I will say Benil
that's pretty
Dariush's last 2 fights was a submission win over Drew Dober and a submission win over Frank Camacho.
Drew Doba.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean,
It's fucking Doba.
it's going to be hard for me to choose, but I'm just going to go with close. Like, if you're going to go with Dariush, I want to pick close, just to be opposites.
Benil Dariush's last loss was March 3rd of 2018. He lost to Alexander Hernandez. It was his last loss.
Oh, wasn't that controversial or something?
And since then, he is also on a 3-fight win streak.
Was that an early stoppage or something? I remember he was in like a really he was been in a couple controversial fights.
It was a round 1 TKO. Hernandez and Dariush.
Maybe he was actually out.
I don't remember that one
remember
specifically.
No, I don't
me
remember.
neither. Either way, give me Dariush.
Give me close.
Close. Zach.
Put it on the board.
Close.
No.
Darush.
Dariush.
Dariush.
All right, going close.
You want close? Ryan, you willing to put a
No.
hot sauce on that?
No, I'm not, because I don't know them.
You
What
don't
about
know
the next
Benil
one?
Darush?
What about
No.
the next one?
How about this next one here? Yeah,
You
all
know the
right.
next
Let's
one?
get into the first title fight. Zhang Weili, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
That's a really good fight.
I'm so
God
excited.
Damn it, dude.
It's a really
I'm
good
so
fight.
Excited.
Fucking. By the way, I'll give a pick when we're done with the whole conversation about this fight, just because I know that I should and I have to.
I don't know.
I feel like I have to.
I don't know.
Me neither. I really like. Vinny, what do you got on this one, man? Zhang Weili and Joanna, like.
You know,
Feed me some
I
knowledge.
would like to think that Joanna is probably gonna win it. I haven't seen a lot of Zhang Weili's fights, and like she just ended her last one. I mean, yes, it was impressive,
She's
but
a beast.
I kind of Jessica Andrade shouldn't have been the champion in the first place.
No.
She just doesn't have the skills that
Paper
it
champ.
requires. Yeah, she's a paper champ. So, but I'd like to say Joanna's probably gonna win this. I really think so.
I don't know.
I see that.
I mean, if it's a decision, probably Joanna, but like I haven't seen Weili go to decision. I mean,
She
like
went to decision against Tisha Torres.
I've literally only seen her
she-
fight Andrade.
She said she's going to knock out Joanna in less than 2 rounds.
She did a really good job. Zhang Weili did a really good job against Tisha Torres. Tisha Torres had some success here and there on the feet with her boxing. She did decent, but like overall, Zhang Weili took it to her.
I'm not
and
putting
dominated her
Tisha Torres
pretty much.
down, but Tisha Torres is never going to be champ in UFC.
Oh yeah, no.
She's good, but she's like never going to be like top 3 or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, her fighting Weili is like, okay, well, yeah, you beat Tisha Torres, so did everyone else.
The thing with
Yeah,
Zhang Weili,
so did
the thing with
everyone
Zhang
else.
Weili is that she's so
Rude.
quick. She's so quick and so powerful. She hits so fucking hard.
Weili?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, and then you go to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who like, yeah, she has some power, but her stick is that she's super long, very accurate, and her volume is insane. In Joanna Jędrzejczyk's last fight against Michelle Waterson, she threw over 300 strikes.
Yeah.
That's a crazy fucking number.
This is a power puncher. I can't call her a power puncher,
Nah,
but
ain't shit. 300 ain't shit.
I mean, from what I've seen, I've only seen the Andrade fight. Weili is the power puncher versus Joanna's volume.
I would definitely, Zhang Weili definitely holds.
Zhang
she
Weili's
has
not
more
going to
power.
gas out, though.
I don't think so either.
I'd bet.
I don't
Has
think
she
so.
ever done 5 rounds?
No.
No. She's never fought 5
Her
rounds.
first 5-round fight
Well,
was on
not in the
Raj. She
not in
knocked
the
her out
UFC, but like she has
in a minute
20.
and a half or whatever.
It was early.
Yeah.
It's quick.
It's not like she's young. It's not like she's like 24 years old or anything
Zhang
like that.
Weili is 20-1, and I think her one loss was like
Her first fight.
yes, her first ever
She has
professional
not
fight.
Lost.
She's
since
on
her
a
first
19 fight.
Just like they
she's
all-
on a, no, she's on
She's
a
a
20 fight win streak.
You know who
She's
had
30.
a 20 fight
Insane.
win streak before losing 4 in a row?
Cyborg.
Jimmy Rivera.
Oh, not Cyborg. Not mine.
Jimmy Rivera.
terror.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Never
God
happened to
damn,
that
dude,
guy.
this is so tough.
So has Weili? So Weili's only had 4 fights in the UFC. Was she? Oh, she was not part of Invicta. I thought she was part of Invicta.
I think she was just part of something in China.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was in
it looks like
organization over there.
she's fought in China, Thailand, South Korea, Japan. That's pretty much it.
She is a striker. I don't think. I mean, she could take Joanna down. I think if she really wanted to, because she's definitely stronger than young Jacek is.
I would say I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to go to the ground much. I think they're going to stand there and punch each other in the
I don't
face.
think. Yeah, I don't think either fighter is going to want to take it to the ground unless they get clipped with something. If they get a little hurt or wobbled, they might try to take it to the ground.
I'm really looking forward to this fight.
I remember
Yeah.
when Joanna was fighting Michelle Watterson, and there was a point, I think, in like the second or third round where you could tell she got into a rhythm, and she started to just feel really comfortable, and she just started picking her apart. And I think that if any point, if she gets into that with Zhang Weili, that'll be when she tries to take her down
Well, I
or
don't-
pin her up against the cage or something.
The thing with that is, with exactly what you just said, I don't think she's going to be able to get into that rhythm with Zhang Weili. Because
I mean, I don't
Weili
think it's
also
going to be
like,
easy.
I just don't know if it's even possible. And I don't say that very often. You guys know that. I'm not a
Especially
big
with
like,
Joanna.
oh, it's a fight, anything can happen. Like, I don't see Joanna being able to settle into a good rhythm. Zhang Weili is she's so fucking quick
And powerful.
super
She is
powerful. She moves forward. She reminds me of like a 115-pound female fucking who's the next fight in the main event?
Adesanya?
Romero?
Romero.
Yo Romero. Like when she decides to move forward, like she covers some serious
She is the
ground.
soul.
And
Explosive.
has a lot of very explosive, but obviously like she's a girl who fights 115 pounds, not
Yeah.
a 42-year-old guy who fights at 185 pounds. So she's not
She
just
does have a
throwing.
nickname.
She's not just throwing a few 4 or 5 punches. She's throwing ridiculous combinations and just going nonstop.
Magnum.
It's tough. man.
Magnum and
Magnum.
Bullet.
No, the Bullet is Shevchenko.
They've been talking
Yeah.
about. They have. I say they. The UFC media, MMA media people, have been talking about that fight actually. About Zhang Weili possibly moving up to 125 and fighting Shevchenko.
I'd like that.
I would want Weili to do.
We'll see how this fight goes first, but then if Zhang Weili
Either
has
one
a
of them
really,
fighting
really good
Shevchenko, I like
performance,
better than anybody Shevchenko fights in her own division.
I want Rose to get a shot at Weili if Weili beats Joanna.
yeah,
like,
and
I think-
Rose is getting that rematch
Rose
against
is
Andrade.
fighting Andrade
Yeah,
in
and
a
if she
couple
beats her,
months.
which I think she should,
What if Joanna wins?
if Joanna beats Weili,
What if
Still should
Joanna
be
wins?
Rose.
Yeah, Rose and Joanna 3.
Unless,
Oh, maybe.
unless I mean,
Rose
if
won the
it's,
first 2.
if it's a 5-round fight that goes to a decision, that's like a split decision or something like that, gives Zhang Weili another shot at it. But
I think
I think if somehow young Jacek finishes her or wins like 4 rounds to 1 or something like that, then yeah, Rose should be the next one if she beats Andrade.
what if she doesn't?
She will.
What if
She
she,
ain't gonna
doesn't
get
beat
caught
Andrade?
again.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to beat the fuck
I
out
think
of her
she will too,
again.
but just what if?
She's not going to get caught again. Yeah. No, I have
welcome.
faith. She beat
give
her
that to me.
ass for a round and a half the last time until she got dropped on her
She
head.
whooped the fuck
You
out
done?
of her. It was not even close.
I'm say you can have another one.
No, I said don't give that to me.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
It's going to be really warm by the time you finish it.
I don't care.
Yeah, dude, just finish that shit, man. Chug it.
It smells like piss.
Smells like koala piss.
It's just full of chlamydia.
Chugging chlamydia right now, bro.
I was totally gonna finish this, but
Chugmidia.
Chugmidia?
that's the magic. Is
Why'd
the
you ruin-
chlamydia?
Why'd you ruin
Liquid
that?
chlamydia.
God damn it. I'll finish it later.
No, just finish it. I want to see you finish it.
Why?
Come on.
Liquidia.
Now it's bothering me. Come on. There's like not a lot left. There's like a mouthful left.
Chug a
There's
lug,
literally
chug
just
a
a
lug.
mouthful.
Just finish it.
No.
Now you're not going to because
Nope.
I said that, aren't you?
Yep.
You fucking prick!
Yep. That's
Okay.
me.
Main event.
Main. Oh, wait.
Oh, picks?
We have to pick
'em.
You gotta pick one.
Pick 'em.
We'll go this way. Ryan.
What are
first.
the odds?
Doesn't matter. Don't tell them the odds. Ryan, pick.
Whaley. I don't know how.
Zhang Wei Li.
Knockout.
You don't have to pick. You can just
What
pick a
round?
winner. You can just pick
What
a winner on this
round?
one.
No,
This is
pick
tough.
everything.
Jesus Christ.
Third.
Everything.
Third round knockout, Zhang Wei
3
Li.
minutes and 12 seconds in.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
Ultra specific.
I was just going to go with Whaley.
I
But
hope that's how it ends.
me too.
JJ.
JJ.
Yes.
Round, decision, knockout, submission,
I'll say 5-round decision.
decision.
Yep.
Fuck. Zhang Wei Li, second round knockout.
3
That's a
minutes, 12
third?
seconds.
It's the third, right?
No, 4
Second
minutes, 25 seconds. Second round.
Also, you think Zhang Wei Li, second round finish? Nice. So the three of us have
Whaley by
Wei
finish.
Li and you got JJ? You got Ioana?
Sir.
And I can see it his way
You want
too.
to put a shot on that one?
I'm not putting any shots on
I'm
it.
not that confident.
Yeah, I ain't putting a
Zhang
shot
Wei
on that
Li
at
is
all.
minus 177 favorite.
That's not much.
No,
No, not at all.
Ioana is only plus 140.
How's this? I will do it if I'm not gonna do the 3-1 again like I did with Colby,
Okay, okay.
especially because this guy
New
fucked
guy.
me. He
New
went
guy.
out. He
The
went,
hottest
I thought
hot sauce
Yeah, I thought
ever.
I'd be doing Frank's Red Hot, and he went out and bought that
We have
bullshit.
Frank. Oh, fuck.
But
Upstairs.
I will.
Fridge upstairs.
If you guys want, I will do a bet. I will do a shot. But if JJ wins, you each have to do one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll agree.
Will Zach do it though?
Just bet the fucking shot.
Come on, Zach.
I don't bet.
It's like a thing, and you've never taken a shot of hot sauce.
I know.
I've
I won my bet.
I've taken.
25 episodes. You've never
Have you
taken
made
a
a
shot.
bet? Have
Yeah.
you made?
Yeah,
you
he
made a
did.
bet with him.
Yeah, I lost. I
One
lose- I-
made- he
I
made
lose all the time.
the
one
best
bet.
bet.
He made
I bet
one
What was it?
Volkanovski was going to beat Holloway.
Oh,
That was a good bet
Yeah,
too.
fuck
I was
that.
with that too. I was on board hardcore with that.
Yup.
Yep, and I had it wrong.
you don't have the same faith in
Well,
Zhang
just do
Wei
it.
Li?
Just do it with me and
No.
Ryan.
No. All right.
The worst part is that I really had
Hands have been shake.
I really had a feeling right before Felder Hooker that I was about to be like, dude, I feel like Felder's going to get this. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just felt it. And then
Didn't get it.
Actually-
still watching it back, I thought he did better than I initially thought he was going to do.
And we couldn't even bet you because you're in a different country.
Yeah, that's true.
Bullshit.
That is very true.
I was avoiding HIV, not chlamydia.
Main event: Israel Adesanya, and the
Adesanya.
soldier of God, Yoel Romero.
Staff.
So interesting little fun fact
No, it's
here.
the last style bender, not staff.
Last staff bender.
Bender.
The last So fun fact: Israel Adesanya
Adesanya.
has staph. He's got staph infection.
That's why
on
we're
his
joking about
fucking
it.
arm. But apparently the fight is not in jeopardy, according to Izzy. It's still gonna happen.
Kevin Lee did have staph on his chest.
Yep. And if you remember when the fuck, what the
Yeah.
hell's his name?
That guy.
The guy was supposed to fight Robert Whittaker, Calvin Gastelum.
Mm.
When Calvin Gastelum was supposed to fight Robert Whittaker, but Whittaker had to drop out because he had the hernia.
He had the herpes.
He had staph as well, and they were still going to fight.
Gaslam had staph?
Gastelum had staph.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought staph was like fight ending, but I guess I'm wrong.
I guess it depends on where you get it, how bad it is.
I mean, I know
stuff like
I'm
that.
pretty sure Nogueira, heavyweight Nogueira, has had staph and had to pull out, I thought. But I don't know.
Because it is contagious, right?
Always pull out.
if you
Pretty
rub
sure it
up
is.
against
Pull out.
somebody and you have
With
it,
staph?
Koalas should pull out.
Yeah, it's too late.
Koalas
at
should
that
not
point.
insert.
Too late for the New Zealand ones.
Yeah.
No insertion.
They're all
That's the
raped.
problem with the Pandas.
Yeah, it's the problem with the Pandas. They don't. I don't know why.
I'm so sad.
They have no. I don't get it.
When you think of a panda, you don't want to think of a panda fucking though.
Why not?
Well, pandas don't want to think of that either.
Well, yeah, but like when people think of pandas, they're just like weird bears. Like, not even-
weird.
they are. They're just fucking weird bears.
That's racist.
But like you look on.
Do you hate Asians?
What? No.
Are you
Just-
mad
just
because
their
Asian
bears.
bears are different?
I picked Wei Lee.
I have one black friend.
I have a black friend.
Damn
What
it.
the fuck? Anyway,
Picked Whaley.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
But did you pick Li Zhongliang?
so then you hate Polish people.
The leech?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yes.
I did too.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
He has two Asian
And
friends.
fucking Korean zombies like your favorite fighter.
Oh,
I have the
Jeez.
shirt.
Yeah, I know you
Have the
shirt.
damn shirt.
I don't have a Korean zombie shirt. I
me
wish
neither.
I did.
I should have bought two and just saved one because like mine's.
You
kinda
have the
getting-
Toon Squad shoes, so.
Mine's getting
I do.
tattered.
That's how I feel about my Jorge.
Yeah, I wear it.
Masvidal
I
t-shirt,
wear it too
though,
much.
Is that I'm like, damn it, I should have got like 4 of these.
Yeah, I should have got 3, like one for the front, one for the back, and like frame it, and then like wear the other
Right?
one. Like fuck.
Just frame a random t-shirt.
Anyone who has the
Hindsight's a
Korean
bitch.
zombie shirt, I might be in the market for like 2 more.
It's probably
nice
on
ones.
Amazon for like $100.
Like because they've made remakes, but they're not like the same because it's like a smaller picture. Like mine's like the whole front just looks so fucking cool.
All right, let's try to stay on track right here for a second. So this is the last fight that we have to talk about. Izzy and Romero. Vinny, what do you got, bro? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about this fight?
Well, I hate it because Yoel Romero's coming off of 2 losses and he's fighting for
3.
a title. Is it 3?
Lost to Whitaker twice.
Whitaker, and then Paulo
Oh,
Costa.
that's right.
Paul
Go ahead
Costa.
and give that stat that you told me about, like when the last time he won.
In 2018 was the last time that Yoel Romero won a fight, and that same card was Israel Adesanya's debut. Since that card, Yoel Romero has lost 4 fights, and Israel Adesanya has won 7 fights.
He's lost 4.
And it's
Or,
not the champ.
3. Sorry, 3.
Whitaker, Paulo Costa, although I thought he beat Paulo Costa.
I thought he did beat.
Adesanya made his UFC debut.
Adesanya.
On the same card that Yoel Romero
Got his
beat,
last win.
Yoel
Rock
Romero got
January
his
2018.
most recent win.
which was Luke Rockhold.
And since then, Romero's went loss, and Adesanya's went win,
Yes.
championship.
Win times 7, yes.
Damn.
And he's getting a title.
And
shot.
now Romero's fighting Adesanya for a champ.
Although
here's the
not
thing,
less
though, like-
deserving than Aldo for a title shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough.
No, at least he's fought in that
Well,
division.
the thing
for a
is with
few
Romero
years.
is like,
And
So
and it
if
was
you look-
questionable
Get
that
title
he
shot.
may have. A lot of people thought that he beat Whitaker the second time.
yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say fight number 2.
he
People
totally
think
beat
that
Paulo
Whitaker
Costa.
won that fight. Also, Romero is. I mean, I think we can all agree he's probably the scariest guy
Yes, he is.
in that
Yep.
division.
Darren
he has
Till
the
doesn't want to
most.
fight him.
He has the most power
he thinks that's really funny.
of anybody.
They asked Romero about that on, I think it was Helwani today, about the Darren Till thing.
Oh,
He
really?
just thinks it's so funny that Darren Till's like, dude, I'll fight anybody except that guy. Like, that dude's fucking scary.
Cannonier's pretty scary too.
Yeah.
Cannon, you're scary dude.
Yeah.
I would rather see almost.
You imagine those two just fighting?
I would almost
the
rather see
death.
Cannoneer with his title shot. To be honest with you guys,
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I
He
just want to
came
see
down-
him in yellow fight.
I
to
thought
the
he
death.
should.
Cannoneer
I
Yellow.
had been saying I thought he should have got the next title.
He's
shot.
got
Funny enough.
He's gonna be there, I
Three
think.
wins. He's
Yeah,
on a
all
3-fight
no-
win
all
streak and
knockouts,
185
too.
Funny
pounds.
enough.
Yes, all finishes.
Adesanya has said that if Romero does not make weight, he will fight Cannonier. Or who's Cannonier's fighting?
He doesn't have a fight right now. He tore his pec.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's
right. So
yeah.
he can't fight anyone.
Who was he gonna fight?
He was gonna fight Till,
Till.
possibly.
Till is the backup. If
Yeah.
if Romero doesn't make weight,
Which I wouldn't be excited about at all.
Till
Till's the backup.
Till would
Yeah.
fight
Is he
Adesanya.
on the card?
No, he's
No,
just
he's gonna be there though.
He's just
Till
the
Adesanya?
way stand-in.
Oh, okay.
He's the alternate
I think Israel will win that fight though.
You got Izzy?
Yes.
against Romero.
Yeah.
Decision?
Every time I bet against Israel Adesanya, he wins. So I'm
Same.
done doing it. He's going to win.
Same.
Fair enough. You got Izzy?
Yeah, same.
Decision or you think he'll finish Romero?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because like same thing. Every time I bet against him, he wins, and
Okay.
with Romero not winning a fight in 3 years.
Do you think he's going to win it
2
because
years?
his reach, his movement?
I think it's gonna be it's gonna be like an all-out war, kind of like Gastelum. I think it's gonna be a decision.
He's going to
with
have to survive
with Romero,
a few huge shots to the face.
with Romero winning a round or two. I think
Romero gets one round. He probably gets the third round, but I think Izzy finishes him.
I think Romero actually gets like the second round.
Izzy finishes Romero.
Damn.
Paulo Costa couldn't finish Romero.
I don't think Paulo Costa. I think Izzy's power is deceiving.
It's different. It's like counter.
I
It's
agree,
like counter power.
He's
And
super.
he's insanely accurate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he hits hard to begin with. His accuracy.
The thing is that for every punch you're going to
hits you in
throw,
the right
Izzy's going to
spot.
throw 3.
That's true.
That's the thing when you're watching the fight against Whitaker. Whitaker will throw some big overhand, and Izzy will back up and hit you with 3 punches while you're coming through. He'll get you on the chin all 3 times, and it's just you can't deal with it for that long.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he gave Kelvin Gastelum so much credit for lasting all 5 rounds, even though he kind of got his ass kicked in the 5th. But
He definitely did. But
I
great
thought it was
fight.
Great fight.
Great fight.
It
Everyone,
was a really good
anytime anyone mentions that fight, we're like, man, great fight.
it was
Fight
so
of
good.
the decade.
Yeah, I mean,
Romero is
going
gonna knock out Izzy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Romero's gonna knock him out, dude.
damn.
He's
Negative.
gonna catch him. He's gonna knock him out.
He's going to
Hot
catch
sauce?
him.
I already put a shot of hot sauce on the last one.
That's okay. So did I.
Fireball shirt on, and he's like, no, I don't know hot sauce.
I put hot sauce on the last one too. I'm taking Izzy.
I could bring over fireball shots for that one.
I'll do a shot of Fireball.
There you go.
Oh, so would I.
Any day.
So would I, but I wouldn't have to lose either.
How about
Damn, Yo
3
Romero
shots
by
of Fireball?
knockout.
No, I have to drive home.
3 shots of Fireball?
Yeah.
2.
No, I still have to drive home. No. Hot sauce, you, me.
Just go 120 miles an hour like you did on the way over here.
No, I can't because that stupid truck is limited to 108, which is
2
absolute
shots
bullshit.
of Fireball is not even probably going to put you over the legal limit.
I'm a lightweight.
In like a 2.5 hour
No,
period.
I'm a lightweight.
2 shots is the same as that
fucking
beer.
bottle of water.
I
take
shouldn't be driving right
2
now.
shots of Fireball. It's not like a hard whisk. Like
Hot
a
sauce.
heavy-
Fireball.
Hot sauce.
You
Hot
can mix
shot.
hot sauce with it if you want
Hot
to.
shot.
I'll do.
That sounds terrible.
Okay.
You can dip a banana
Okay.
in it.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Let's figure this out. If Adesanya wins, I will do 3 shots of Fireball.
That sounds like a reward.
Well, yeah. It's great. Well, I don't do good with shots.
We'll make
though.
him drive around the neighborhood.
I get
afterwards.
sick.
That's a bad idea.
I'm
108
drive
your truck.
your truck
In your
around my
truck,
neighborhood
That's a bad idea.
as fast as I can. All right. Anyway, I'll do, but in consecutive order, like boom, boom, boom.
Hot shots.
We'll just
Boom,
line
boom,
them
boom.
up.
Line them up, and I'll go shot, shot, shot. I have to do consecutive without taking a breath.
Shot.
Everybody, Yoel Romero. All right. Anyway,
Hot shots.
and if Romero wins, you take 1 shot of hot sauce.
Okay.
Deal.
It's the only deal I'm going to
Boom.
Okay, cool.
Didn't want to do
Motherfucker.
it, but it's the only deal I was going to get.
Whatever. Fuck it.
Take the
Whatever.
deal.
I don't do good with shots. Dude.
Deal
They
or
fuck-
no
they
deal?
fuck me
I
up.
called up. I offered him
Shots make-
$60.
Shots really upset my stomach.
How many shots are you going to take in?
3.
It was 3.
He might barf on the counter.
By the way, we're going to... You have whiskey?
I have whiskey.
Well, no. Do you
I
have Fireball?
scotch up there.
Do you have Fireball?
I'll have to buy some.
I
But
want
you can
some.
buy like the little things. It costs like $5.99.
I have Tennessee Fire.
Nope, not the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same.
Tennessee.
It's practically the same thing.
Yeah, it's just Jack
I'm
Daniels.
not a fan.
Oh, it's bourbon. Oh, no.
Jack
Bourbon
Daniels
was
Fireball.
Kentucky.
It's top shelf Fireball.
I do want to try some
What do we got
Fireball.
for news, boys? Anything else we got to talk about here?
I tagged you in something.
Yep. Islam Makhachev and Alexander Hernandez have a fight that's announced.
April
It's
18th.
a good one.
Go to your,
Khabib Tony card.
go to your Instagram. I tagged you in another news thing, too. I actually tagged all 3 of you.
Oh, that was the Joseph Benavidez's 0-3 in title fights, along with.
That was today. Yes. I tagged
I
you in
didn't
that.
know that Dan Henderson was never champion. He was never champion.
Not in UFC.
He was 0-3
He was
in
Pride
title
champ.
fights. Okay.
He was Pride champ and Strikeforce champ.
Gotcha.
Strikeforce? Yeah. I said Strikeforce, and I was like, was it?
Anderson.
What about me?
Wait, so what was the
yeah,
other
she's
thing?
so-
I only saw you tag us in 2 things.
I could have sworn I tagged you in something either yesterday or the day before.
I love her.
Me too.
I love her.
I really do. I love
too.
Megan. Love you, Megan. Megan, if you're watching this, I love you.
She's not.
You tagged us in something a week ago.
It's really
What was
Was
that?
it the thing a week ago?
I don't know.
Henry Cejudo will defend against Jose Aldo at UFC 250.
Yeah, it was something different then. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just the other 2 things.
I don't really know any other news.
I got.
Oh, this is a short one for all 4 of us.
How
Is it?
How long?
It's a
are
minute
we?
24.
Everyone's scared of
A
Ryan.
minute.
Hour
24?
Hour 24.
Everyone is ducking.
I
Ryan
said that
Hall.
last time too.
I was like,
That
minute
is
24. What the? This beer is. There's some shit in here, man. Feels like we've
Ryan
been here for
Hall
an
is
hour
now
and a
number
half.
13.
Woo!
Did he go up or down?
I think he stayed the same.
You know what they
Problem
ought to
is that
do?
There's no one.
What ought
there's
they
two
do?
people in that division that aren't even in that division anymore.
Zach, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Perfect way to get someone to fight Ryan Hall.
Perfect.
Whoever is, he's number 13 right now. You said right?
I would love to.
Tell
have
number
interconnection.
12 you fight Ryan Hall or you switch spots with him,
Shane Burgos.
and then
That's a
just keep
great
doing
idea.
that till somebody
Dude,
fights him.
Shane Burgos, Ryan Hall. Okay.
Just keep doing that till
Okay.
somebody fights
What was
him.
Shane Burgos' last fight?
Oh, he beat the fuck out of Makwan Murakami.
Wait,
Mr.
yeah,
Finland. Beat the
Makwan Murakami.
fuck out of him.
Shane Burgos did.
Oh yeah, Whooped
Shane
the
Burgos.
fuck out of
Shane
him.
Burgos, Ryan Hall. Let's go.
Shane Burgos' his only loss to
I actually
is
like that fight. I like that a lot, actually.
Calvin Cater.
Why
That's
is
his
nobody
only
else
loss.
as excited about that fight as I am?
I
right
wasn't
now?
listening. What was
I
it?
just want Ryan Hall to fight anybody.
Who's
guys.
Ryan Hall.
I'm
and
telling you,
Burgos.
somebody will fight
Shane
him if
Burgos,
that's
Ryan
the
Hall.
option on the table.
They're 12 and 13.
Just
He
keep
said
going
that
up the
he's
ladder.
gone through like
Ranked 12 and 13.
everybody
I want to see.
between 12 and
I want to see
6.
Hall fight like a jiu-jitsu guy. I want to see him fight Kron.
Jiu-jitsu.
Gracie.
He's
Kron
not
Gracie.
ranked, and he's
No, you know
lost
who I
his
want to
first
see him
in
fight
that
is
division.
Brian
Cub.
Ortega.
That's a.
Ortega's high,
a
though.
big
What's he
jump,
ranked?
though.
I know.
And
He's ranked
Zabit is
2.
fighting him
2.
next. Zabit
Yeah,
is
But that's
also
the thing
fighting
is, I mean, he called Yair
Question,
Rodriguez
is-
the last time.
Wait,
Ryan Hall did.
wait. Pause. Is Zabit and Ortega official?
him. I
thought
think
it was
is.
before, and I was wrong.
I don't know if it is. But
Okay.
I've heard that that's what they're doing.
I hope it becomes official.
I'm looking
That's
at all. I'm
fantastic.
looking at all these fights, and it's like, nothing like really.
Is anything going on in Bellator right now? Any big fights in Bellator coming up that anybody knows about off the top of your head?
The Irish lady won. Oh, she
Irish
she-
lady
Oh yeah,
won?
James Gallagher was supposed to headline that
Meatball
card.
Molly?
He was injured, right?
not Meatball Mayer, Molly.
Although she was
Molly
in
Meatball,
that person's
yeah.
corner, I think.
Beck Rawlings called out Heather Hardy.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's
Beck
cool.
Beck Rawlings is a bare knuckle
Yeah.
fighting champion. She fought in bare knuckle fighting. I don't know if she's champ, but then Heather Hardy is obviously a boxing champ. I don't know, but Heather Hardy
I
versus
know who
Beck
they are.
Rawlings.
Whether they're champs or
That'd
not,
be pretty
I couldn't
cool.
tell you.
It's two names I actually recognize in Bellator. Decent names that are actually pretty decent. I'd like to see them fight.
Yeah, cool.
I don't even know who the champ is, but I know who those two are.
Yeah.
So Heather Hardy versus Beck Rawlings. I think that should happen.
It's rumored that Justin Gaethje may be next for Connor.
I like that.
Yeah, I think we might have touched on that last episode, but yeah, that'd be
Although
great.
Dan Hooker called him out
That'd be
too.
fantastic.
Hooker also called out Poirier, and Poirier responded and said, "I've got 25 minutes for you."
So okay, would you guys rather see that?
Hooker Poirier or Hooker Gaethje?
Yes,
I'd rather see Hooker Poirier and Gaethje Connor.
I agree, 100%.
That's what I want to see. What do I think's gonna see?
Honestly.
I think we're gonna see. I don't think we see Poirier. I think we see Hooker versus Gaethje.
Also,
Really?
Cowboy.
UFC's gonna try to protect Connor and not have him fight Gaethje.
So who is Connor next going to fight?
Just
he
the-
won't go
the-
right for the belt after this.
I think they will. Unfortunately, I think
think
they're
so?
gonna. I think they're gonna
I
have.
don't think Khabib will take it.
He
I
won't.
think Khabib will just be like, "No, I'm good."
UFC will just strip Khabib because they make more money off of Connor. Unfortunately,
I don't know.
Strip Khabib?
People
I
would
think
get
so.
super.
Why
pissed
would they
if
strip
they
Khabib?
did
He's
that.
about to fight Tony.
because Dana White would be like, he's ducking Connor. He won't accept the fight with Connor. I know it. That's what Dana
No,
does.
Because
that-
Connor had one
I'll
fight
tell you
at
right now,
170.
There's no fucking way the UFC strips Khabib.
I
of his
hope
belt.
they don't. I hope they
I'm
don't.
saying there's no way.
There would
I
be
can
so
promise
much
you they're not
negative
even thinking of
backlash.
doing that.
I don't know. If he
There's
refuses
zero
to fight
chance, zero chance in hell.
if he refused to fight Connor,
Great, he already fought him. He already beat him.
it's almost like Connor is Dana's child.
You can't say that a guy's no, because the UFC community would lose their
we are
MMA
losing our
community
minds.
would lose their fucking mind if they ever did that because
We
he was
are
ducking Connor when he already fought the guy and beat him. Submitted
Then
him,
he fought his
finished
team
him.
Have you
after.
have you
Yeah,
seen
he fought his whole team.
have you seen the comments on some of these? Like anytime there's a Khabib news thing or news article, have you seen
Khabib.
whatever his name is? Have
Khabib.
you
Khabib never
seen
gonna let it off.
some of these kids go on here and like
Fuck the kids.
they're literally like
Not literally,
he's
that's-
ducking Connor. Connor's the best. Let's do a rematch.
Oh, I love
I
to talk
hate
shit
them.
to those kids on Facebook.
Yeah,
I have such a
fucking-
good time.
They're not on Facebook. It's on Instagram. I hate it.
200 kids in Ireland. Just don't listen to him.
No, apparently you talked to a
Dude,
guy.
I
Yeah.
met a guy in Florida who was from Ireland. He had the thick accent and everything. He
Can
was
you say what he said?
legitimately.
I don't know if you can say
Irish.
what he said.
I don't know if I
You
talked about
just
it last
don't-
time either. I don't remember.
Yeah, just don't say what he said.
What?
Exactly word for word what he said.
Why? Who
Why
cares?
not? Wait, why not? What do you say?
It's a good word. It's a good word. I mean, it's a strong word.
What's a strong word? Any females currently listening, don't take offense to what I'm going to say because I'm repeating what a
he
guy
say the
said
C
and he's
word?
He
Irish.
did.
He
That's
said
what
cunt. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I asked him. I said, "Oh, you're from Ireland." He goes, "Yeah, mate. What is blah 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 blah?" He's talking to me in his Irish, and I was like, I gotta ask, how do you and anybody you know like, what's the word on like Conor McGregor in Ireland? Is it like a big? And he's like, "Oh yeah, we kind of think he's a fucking cunt. Like, who punches a guy in a bar? Like, you think he's got more hype than anything? He's not really that great. He doesn't really have a big fan following. I think it's all bullshit." Basically, what he said is like, most people in Ireland, apparently, according to this
kinda
one guy I talked to, who
You
was
imitate an
from
Irish
Irish.
accent very well. That was
Thanks,
very
man.
good, yeah.
Appreciate that.
you're good with accents and
Yeah.
imitating people.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So
Thanks a lot.
I remember asking a Canadian
Not too shabby.
about George St. Pierre when George St. Pierre was
You do a
champ.
Canadian accent?
No, I can't. I can't do any accent. I can't even speak English most of the time.
What do you say we get on the snow machines and go ice fishing, eh?
Shout out to all Canadian viewers.
You're welcome.
So,
Greater White North.
so I asked him like, "Hey, what do you think about George St. Pierre?" He had no idea who he was,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I was at a sports bar, and he had no idea who
Canadians
George.
don't
well-
know everybody in Canada?
So he
Yeah,
probably
They only
Canada
cared
loves
probably
hockey.
wasn't,
It was
uh,
just hockey. When I went up to Canada and watched Connor versus Khabib, everyone was watching the hockey game that was on the TV next to the Conor McGregor versus
Oh,
Khabib fight.
George St. Pierre, what is he, a fighter or something? Yeah, we don't really like fighting here in Canada.
God, you sound like my cousin. I don't know.
We're not a big fan of
If you would have
fighting.
asked that same Canadian to meet you at the Tim Hortons next door and watch hockey with you, he probably would have gave you a
Tim
handy underneath the bar.
Eh? Oh, you
Hey.
like watching hockey, though, eh?
Any other
But yeah, they
news?
better
That's
not
a-
strip Khabib. That'd be some BS.
Conor McGregor's a fucking cunt.
Also, they use that word much more loosely over in Europe.
Australia too.
You know, London,
You're Australia,
Yeah.
England.
Yeah, like they
for sure,
they don't
like
care
hardcore.
over there. It's
See,
It's not a
not.
big thing.
Actually, I know it's not. I
it's all
know
the
it's.
feminists in
Out of
America.
sight, using it all the time.
I know it's. I know it's okay in Australia because
It's okay
There's
anywhere.
a-
It's a fucking word, and I'm not calling like my wife that. Just saying what a
She'd
guy
kick your
told
ass.
me.
I, call,
and he also the dude. Yeah, no, she would. She would beat
I-
the fuck. By the way,
I called my fiance.
Will
that.
and his wife would end up on the main card this weekend.
and would kick my ass.
I called my fiance that.
To her face?
Yeah,
Did she kick your ass?
I mean we're not together anymore
Why did you call her that?
because she was being one of them.
But you got the ring back.
Let's put that out
Let's cut that out.
and cut.
End it right there?
And
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment. Comment chlamydia.
Koala,
Letter by letter.
koalas with
Koala
chlamydia,
chlamydia.
something like that. Yeah,
Letter by letter.
And,
See if you
Yeah.
can spell chlamydia.
without looking it up.
if you anybody
Have fun.
who comments koala chlamydia and spells everything correctly, we will give you a shout out in the next episode.
It's just gonna be Nick next
So
time.
you're
It's
gonna get
always
nothing.
Nick.
It's gonna be Nick.
It's like, what's up, Nick?
But
Thanks,
yeah,
Nick.
that's what I was talking about. Nick.
Oh, that Nick.
Oh, that Nick.
Who does he?
Nick.
Who does
Oh,
he look
Nick.
like? Who does he look like?
Nick.
The ref who made the shitty call and stopped
No,
the
don't
Kutalaba
talk
fight.
about Nick like that.
Poor
I
Nick.
think they look similar.
Was it?
I don't
Is
think
that an insult? Like,
Yeah, Kevin McDonald's a bitch. That was a bitch.
I'm saying he looks kind of like. All right, let me look up Kevin McDonald.
I know what Kevin McDonald looks like.
Tell me he doesn't kind of look
And
like
it's
Nick.
a bitch.
Doesn't it kind of look like Nick?
He looks just like Diego Sanchez.
all I thought of,
Sanchez is a bitch.
all I thought of was Machine Gun Kelly's part in that Rap Devil song where he's like,
Never
"You look
seen
like a bitch, bitch."
Never seen that either.
Oh Jesus!
I'm really good with this whole social
Media.
media. Well, that's probably why we don't have a fucking social media yet, because I have yet to make it.
Well, it's because everybody has the password.
Yeah. Even if we make
Somebody
it,
will make us one.
everyone's gonna make it except
Somebody
for me.
get on that.
Comment below if you'd like to make us one.
Yeah.
Nick.
We'll make
Comment
one, we'll make
chlamydia
one, we'll make
if you
one.
want to make us
We'll
a
make one.
Facebook.
Oh, we need to upload this like as soon as like we're done recording, just like last time. We had like 14 views within the first like 12 hours
That
at
was great.
AM.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was good.
Like a little bit. I mean, okay.
Let me see what Kevin McDonald looks like.
Yeah. Like,
He
Let me,
looks
no,
like
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
trying to
You,
get-
you
I'm
had
trying
a
to get a
no.
good
You just
picture
had
of
the
it.
picture. You just had no. Now he's trying to find another picture.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks more like Nick. Nick, do you think you look like Kevin McDonald?
Comment below if you do.
Here's him holding his hand up. Like, he's the guy on the left.
Oh yeah, no.
A
Negative.
little bit. Like a little bit.
Negative.
Okay, Nick, you're definitely better looking. You're a better looking dude.
This is gonna be his
But,
favorite episode.
Similar though.
Maybe the hair.
The hair, right?
Just,
The
just the
hair.
hair. Just the hair.
Yeah.
Just the hair.
Yeah,
And-
definitely just the hair. He
and
doesn't
he's
really. He doesn't really look as much like him as I thought off the top of my head. But that's what I was saying earlier, and
This
now that I'm
fucking
looking
guy.
at the guy, like,
I thought you meant the other Nick.
but a little
All
bit,
the bit.
a little bit though.
I'm ending it.
Oh,
Okay.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, did he though?
No.